Yo, testing, testing. I missed that. What's poppin'? What's good? What's good? Whether you peek in or not, you know what I'm saying? Just hit the like on the way out or whatever. I'm not somebody who believes in like scheduling, actually scheduling lives, because that's one of the reasons I don't go live now because I'm too spontaneous to even schedule it. I could schedule soccer. It could be 2 o'clock in the day. I might schedule it for 5. By the time 5 o'clock come around, I might not even want to be on the damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Like lives are not really for me like that. But at nighttime, I get in a different vibe. So I just call it. I just call it random. You know what I'm saying? But I got like 10 lives that when I got a couple, maybe not 10. Got a couple that are up there that you can go and watch or whatever. But for the most part, uploads are my thing. And the only reason I was doing uploads is because I made a decision that either I was going to get off the app or either start doing actual content. Like how I even started doing anything on YouTube, like your average person, right? I tell people all the time, like 5 or 6 years ago, that I started coming on here. Well, actually, longer than that. That's when I started doing content on here. Who's that? Didi, hey Didi, how you doing? Appreciate you, appreciate you. Miss T, appreciate you, appreciate you. Um, Obviously I've had an account longer than 5 or 6 years, but like I said, I thought it was just music videos and do it yourself videos. You know what I'm saying? My bad, my bad, my bad. Yeah, it was 5 or 6 years ago that I started doing content. I just thought it was music videos. I thought it was do it yourself videos. That's all I knew YouTube was about. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't even looking for anything else. Like it took for me to find out more about YouTube. It's like a rabbit hole on here, right? It took for me to listen to somebody else, somebody that in my personal life that was like watching these random. Well, now we call them content creators. Back then, I don't know if that was a name. Maybe we just called it people who were uploading videos. Kevin, what up, bro? Salute my brother. Will say my chance, brother, mother. Appreciate you, big dog. Appreciate you. Jenny, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Yeah. Like I already told that story of how, you know what? And it's so crazy because I might not have even been a content creator on here if it wasn't for that situation where I called myself trying to be a humanitarian, trying to help somebody else, trying to save somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never been one to like get involved in other people's business, but it's like when you look on the internet and you look like a bunch of people jumping on this one person, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like I didn't even start typing until I seen that shit. I'm like, this is crazy. You got this one individual versus like 50 or 100 different people, like like literally like bullying. At least that's what it was looking like. But if you heard my story, then I told what it was. It ended up that sometimes you just gotta mind your business and you gotta analyze before you jump out the window, fam. That's what that taught me. You understand? Shay Love, hey sis, appreciate you, appreciate you. But after that situation, I just started like mixing around with the people that I had met on here, right? All these random people. Um, and they started telling me certain stories about their experience on here and stuff like that. So the side that I ended up on was what you would call what some of y'all know as the beef sector, right? I guess you can call it that. I don't consider at that time. I guess I might as well say I was a part of the beef sector, but I didn't actually have beef. I was watching other people's situations, and I was in chats. Was like, oh damn, oh wow. And other people started telling me their stories, stories about their jobs being done. They were telling me what they actually had been through. And I'm like, for real? You know? And sometimes when people tell you certain things, you got to think, man, I'm not going to lie. This is how I am. When people tell me certain things, it does cross my mind of like, did you do anything to make them want to do that? I'm not saying nobody should go that far with it, but when people come to you and they tell you something happened, I feel like it's just being human to just wonder in the back of your mind, okay, what's the real deal? Like, did you do anything to make that person want to do that? Because you don't know the full extent of the story, right? 702, hey, what's going on? What's going on? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So for about, I want to say 2 years, for about 2 or 3 years on here, I was just like mixing around with all these different people. And I seen some of the wildest shit on here that I never even seen in my natural life, man. You understand? I've told certain stories to certain people before. I'm talking about as crazy as like a mother. Imagine watching a live stream of a mother being, you know, like choked out by her actual daughter. Like there's nothing you could do. You just sit there, watch it, or either you turn it off. Right? This was a completely different time on here. This is what I be telling people. Now this is still a wild atmosphere. Don't get it twisted. If you look in the right spots, you still can find some of the craziest shit. But isn't it just crazy that all this stuff happens on the internet, right? If you watch the news, maybe you hear about some of, you hear the only way you hear about like some of the craziest shit that goes on in the world are two places: the news and the internet. I don't watch I don't watch the news. Looking back at it now, maybe the reason I don't watch the news is because I feel like when I get on here, I see some of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, see, so it's something. You know what I mean? Talking about deception, manipulation. There's a few words you can throw in there, but this app, and it sucks because it makes people think. It makes some people. I've heard some people say, I got to get off here. I'm gonna leave YouTube alone, right? But there's good to it. There's actually like still good to this app, and that's what it came down to for me, right? Because when I was being around all of this stuff, I never got involved in. I had my own situation, but sometimes just supporting certain people, people look at you like what they say. If you ain't part of the solution, you're part of the problem. Well, some people they look at it like that. And it's not always that simple, by the way. It's not necessarily, that means that a motherfucker mind their business. You understand? That means that they're not taking part, but they're not choosing either. But not everybody looks at it like that. And I can honestly understand because for me, I get it. If you feel like because I feel like if you are like in a chat and you're like laughing with somebody who has blatantly violated me and you know that they did, then it's like, you know, I get it. You're your own person. They'll judge you off of that. I've had that happen a long time ago in the past. You know what I'm saying? But at the time, I didn't even look at. I'm looking at it like these are just people. I'm not. I can't say that I'm friends with these people because look how you treat your friends. Like I'm talking about people who called others their friends. They started out as friends, but then they ended up to where, you know what I'm saying? I seen a situation where it was two women who had got on here. They were good friends. And here's the problem. People got to stop telling their business too. That's one thing. I don't care how close you think you are with somebody. Like, be careful what you tell people. Because when the time is right, they'll expose all of that. I've seen two females on here who were friends. They were good friends. No offense, but ladies like to talk. They tell their friends certain things or whatever. This one girl had been on there, and this other chick had just started coming on there. And I guess she wanted to know how to get monetized and all of that. She was trying to build her platform up too. Yeah, appreciate that, Shay. Appreciate that. She wanted to know how to get her channel monetized and all of that too. And they were friends for a good while. And it's crazy, right? I don't even know how I came across these people. That's how That's how small it's big, but this YouTube shit is so small, right? You can end up on a different side. Like people, when people say, "What are sectors? What are sections?" Right? I try not to use that word because it's like there's nothing that actually divides, this area from this area. It's all like stuck together. It's just you have people who support a certain type of content, and you have people who support this type of content. So the only thing that really separates these sections are the people who are on here. But at the end of the day, they do say sectors. But I don't know how I ended up over here. You know what I'm saying? I witnessed this situation. And when I'm watching as their friends. They're good. Everything is good between them. But something told me, just based off what I had seen, I'm like, you know what? I get the feeling something is going to go wrong here. Something's going to go bad here. I just had that feeling from not even watching him that long. It was just strictly based off of my own experience of what I had already been seeing, right? So I would check back in because the girl who I was supporting, she was cool. And one of the things I learned from that too is it be the people who be in like these chats who be watching, who like kind of like help these situations grow into what they grow into. You understand? Like turn something and make it way bigger than it even needs to be, fam. Like turn a snowball into a goddamn snowman. You hear me? Um, and sure enough, them two ladies ended up falling out. I don't even remember how. And that's one of the messed up things about it right there, because you find out like these situations could have been talked about. A lot of these situations on here could have been talked about, but it was other people who had, involvement in the situation to make it into what it is. You understand? Because you got to remember, you're grown men and grown women on this app, fam. We all have that ability to understand another person, to comprehend, to sit there and listen to what they're saying. That's all it takes, is to just listen to it. Some people, they don't care what you say. Once they got their mind made up about you, that's just what it is. Now, those people you can't do nothing with. You understand? If they're going to feel that way regardless, you just got to let them feel that way. Just leave them alone or whatever. Because at the end of the day, we all grown. It's not like we trying to prove anything to anybody. You know what I'm saying? But as far as the understandings on it, misunderstandings on there, like shout out to my brother Dome, right? He was on here the other night. He touched on it. Like, as much respect me and bro have for each other, there was a situation where, we had like a misunderstanding. It was a big misunderstanding. I feel so stupid even looking back on that shit. Right? I'm not gonna get into so many details, but it involved another person, and it just seemed like he was being told one thing and I was being told one thing, and it just, what I'm saying, it made me and him, like the person, that type of personalities that we have, it kind of like made us clash, and we did the stupidest shit that we could have ever did, right? Which is why I say this app can be a poison, bro. Like this app can be yeah, Dome is good people, Shay. That's the bro, like definitely. You know what? Me and him going through that situation, it made my respect for him stronger, because we seen how other people on here handle their situations, right? And it's like it was like, how can I say it? If you ever seen Spider-Man 3, or you know about Spider-Man, there's this thing called the symbiote, right? It's like a poison that gets attached to you, and it turns you into a different person. YouTube can turn you into a different person, fam. Some people might disagree. But for us who've been around for a long time, I'm telling you, and I've seen it happen to other people. They swore that they were right in a certain situation. They swore that, no, I'm the same person I've always been. But it's like, if I've been rocking with you for a minute, I've seen, the app kind of like it played a part in this app can play a part in certain things, bro. You understand me? Could be a dome. We was like taking place in the bullshit that we was seeing on here. You know what I'm saying? Like the shadiness, like, like throwing shots at each other, that type of shit. Yeah, we went through that for a little bit. I want to say like a good week. It was to the point where we was in chats and we couldn't even get along like that, bro. It was like that. And like all the way at the bottom of my heart, I knew this shit ain't right here. This is somebody I always had a respect for. And that's what saved the situation. So these people who, have had these beefs that been ongoing for all this time. Maybe they don't really have no respect. Maybe that's the difference. They don't have as much respect for the people that they're going up against as me and Dome had. There it is, two men from two different places. He's from the West, I'm from the East Coast, right? I feel like, and after we settled it, it was like, yo, this is why I say on the internet and in real life it's completely different. Because if a lot of these people, all you need is communication sometimes. Communication is a motherfucker. You understand me? Sometimes all you gotta do is sit down and listen to that person's side, and you'll see something completely different than how you felt a little or like 2 minutes ago. And it's like, oh, okay, I see where you're coming from. Well, you know what? This is how I was looking at it. If a person is willing to sit down and listen to you and you willing to listen to them, I feel like there's nothing you can't get past. Communication is big. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Let me look in the chat. Perpetual. What's good, sis? What's good? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. This app can be poison. Glad you guys worked out your differences. Yeah. Yeah. Camilla Real. Camilla Real. What's going on? What's going on? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. I gotta get the wrench thing straightened out so I can like drop links and shit. Or however you do it. Like I'm still like adjusting those training wheels. As you can see, I don't have like any graphics or anything in my background. It's like I said, I wasn't a live person. As long as I had somewhere to press live and come up here and talk my stuff, that's all I needed. You know what I'm saying? I didn't need all the extra shit in my background or nothing because I barely got up on here. You understand? But what I am going to do, because you never know, shout out to 755 because she the one who reminded me that's how you do it. I'm gonna at least drop this link just in case somebody feels like they want to, Ain't that a shame? Somebody who been on here for 5, 6 years and forgot how to drop damn links. Ain't that some shit? But I'm gonna drop it. I'm gonna drop it. Y'all should see that in there. Okay. But shout out to my brother Don. I want to finish telling this because I really feel like that situation, if a lot of people took a look at that, then they can understand that, okay, I don't see no reason why we can't get past it. Because what happened, we both came to the realization that, okay, this don't need to be like this. It's crazy. It don't need to be like that. Bro had went live and he invited me up there. And with people watching and listening to us, right? I ended up getting up there. My intentions were completely pure. I'm like, this is a brother I have nothing but respect for. Why am I going back and forth with this man, bro? It was only for a good week. I feel like if it had happened in real, I feel like if we would have met in real life, then I feel like we would have probably went out, had a drink or something, and we would have squashed it just like that. So that's my whole thing. A lot of these people on here, when you see them not trying to like put their ego to the side and they want to keep certain things going, it's because they want to, and especially when you see them using it for content. You understand? When you got somebody who has an issue with somebody, but they put it in their videos and stuff, they're using it for content. That means they're not trying to fix anything. You know what I'm saying? They're making money off of it. They're making donations off of it. They're getting views and clicks off of it. You understand? It's a lot of ego tripping going on during this retro. Yeah. The ego is a trip, man. Why do I feel like I missed some comments? So this is how I'm still kind of like new to this shit. I'm trying to make sure I ain't miss no comments. Hold on, let me get my damn phone. I want to at least make sure I can see all the comments. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I think I'm caught up. Yeah, okay. Matter of fact, Camilla, shout out to you because I remember I asked you if you wanted to come up on the live and like talk about your channel a little bit. because I think that's what I initially got up here to talk about. How this app, there's a lot of dope ass content creators on here, and they be saying some shit. You understand? But I know how this app works, and it's always going to be the negativity and the fuckery that attracts people more. You understand? It's hard fighting that algorithm at times. You understand? I know how that is. And it's not like I'm some like huge platform or anything, but I feel like if I know some people that might be interested in what you got going on, why not, introduce or whatever. But yeah, ego is a hell of a drug, per. And I don't feel like I'm an egomaniac. As human, sometimes it's hard to admit when you're wrong. You know, we feel like we're right when other people are looking at it like, oh, you think you're right. You think you can't be wrong. And it's not, it doesn't be that. So in this situation, I can honestly say the one that I was just talking about involving my bro, I can honestly tell you it took for both of us to, like stand down. Like, wait a minute. We've been rocking. That's not, we literally would almost let this app come in between, you know, uh, a genuine rapport that we had on this bitch. You know what I mean? I used to be the person say, and sometimes I still say that you can't find friends on this app. You can, but I just come from an era where I've seen most people, like 80, 90% of the time, people who have become friends, it's turned out completely different. But it is dependent on the person because those people never had good intentions. If you could take somebody who you was cool with and you start doing content on their ass, now you getting, see, you know what I mean? Now you getting views off of disrespecting somebody who you say you was cool with. So y'all really wasn't that damn cool. Or sometimes that's just where it goes. Understand? What Perp say? No, I don't think you're driven by ego too much, bro. That's why I mess with you. Not too much. You mean at all, right? No, I'm playing with you. I'm playing. I know what you mean. Yeah, I appreciate you, Perp. You always been genuine, man. You always been genuine. Always had a dope vibe. It's all about the vibes with me. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I said, to finish it, wrap it up, because it's not really a drawn out thing. I ended up getting up on the panel. We talk it out. I understood where he was coming from. And it's like sometimes, even if you don't agree with where a person was coming from, all you have to do was understand. You understand? I learned that too. All you got to do is understand where a person is coming from. Just say, you know what? Even if I don't agree on that aspect, it's like agree to disagree type of thing. I understood. You got to put yourself in other people's shoes sometimes. You understand? That's big. That it is so cliche to say that. Put yourself in other people's shoes. Like, what do you mean? Some people say it like that. Just, pretend as if you were that person in that situation. You heard what they just said, right? Okay, so look at it from that point of view. If that's your mindset, the mindset which they just explained to you, that's how they were looking at it. How else do you expect them to feel? And that's what it was. I'm like, okay, I get you, bro. I get you. In any situation. You understand? But shout out to bro, man. Because you don't really, you know, you meet a handful of genuine people on this app, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've always been one to say you can't meet friends on a damn app. But it's not true. It's not true. You know what I'm saying? It's possible. You understand? It's very much possible if it's based on some real, genuine shit, then everything will play out the way it's supposed to. You understand? What did Perp say? I have made some friends on here and met in, but I think that's because I don't tell anyone I've been as a kid. But yeah, that part right there, Perp. Ironically, that's like contributed to a lot of the shit that goes on here. The don't tell anyone our business thing, keep everything private. Some people don't know how to do that, man. You know, I don't know how many times I've heard it. Oh, this person was having a conversation behind the scenes about this person. We all have our conversations. You understand? Everybody who keeps in contact off of YouTube, we have your conversations. And it's like certain things you might both see, you might have a conversation about. But some people they'll spread it to like every a couple different people. They'll have that one conversation that they had with that one person. It'll go tell other people about. Some people don't, you can't hold damn water. You understand? Hot water at that, and they end up burning every damn body. You understand me? Most people can't respectfully disagree. Yeah, man or woman, it's like I say, we all got our personalities, our own mindsets, and we got that ego, especially if you feel like you're a good person. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, I never been a bragger, right? But I notice, no matter what certain people might say about me, just in life in general, I know the type of person I am. People can get that. Being on this app has also taught me people can get a certain perception of you through certain situations when they don't even know how you might have been looking at it. But one thing I understood, if you never have that conversation with someone, don't just jump out the window and assume. Have that conversation. You know what I'm saying? You got nothing to lose, and you never know. You might see it completely from that person's side sometimes. So communication, is so important. And it's crazy that I had to, you know, have a little tiff on an app in order for me to like really understand that. It's crazy. Shay Lady, what's going on? What's going on? Appreciate you. Appreciate you. It's a respect thing. Plus, I'm not here for clout or drama. Right. Right. You know, um, yeah, some people, man, like I say, when it comes to that, like keeping conversation, some people, this is what I don't like when people assume things, right? But then they don't know the full story of your side, and they're assuming, but then they go and they talk about their feelings about you to other people, like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? That's how bullshit like starts. You understand? That's how shit like turns into something completely different. Sometimes people think they're like staying out of the way of drama when it's like really low key. You're like kind of like creating shit. You understand? And I'm not even talking about just online, I'm talking about in general. So it goes back to what I just said, man. Communication is important. If you want to know the real, if you want to know what's up, if you want to know how a person is looking at a situation, don't just jump face first out the damn window. No parachute, nothing. You understand? Ain't no fire escape out that bitch or nothing. You just jumping straight out there face first. You understand? Before you do that, just use your mouth and ask a question. Communication. It's so much more simple than what people make it. You know? Hold on, what did Shay say? Hold on. People do anything for a clout here. You just don't know, sister. Yeah. And I was thinking about that the other day, Shay. Yesterday to be exact. Um, I said that when I was, first coming up on here, that I seen some of the worst shit I had ever seen. But sometimes it's still like, oh wow. You know what I mean? It's certain things still happen. And people don't even feel bad about the shit that they do, fam. The other did like I seen that there was I call him a YouTube phantom, a person who documents everything that's going on between uh other like rifts and beefs between other people. And what they do is they they made a channel and they put up, it's like a scrapbook on their community wall of pictures and all these paragraphs. I'm like, this fool got time to be doing this. And basically keep up with all the latest bullshit that's going on between content creators on there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about they got photos up of like this one person's deceased mother's casket, bro. Like I'm like, this app is so scary. It could be so unnecessary. It's no wonder why certain people stop fucking with this app, man. You know? And excuse me for a minute, it's gonna sound aggressive me saying this, but there's not enough ass whoopings in this world, fam. I feel like if there was just a few. If you grab just a few of these people who do some of the things on here. Listen, I'm trying to use the other cheek shade. Shout out to you, because I know you probably thinking, bro, that's not the way. I hear you. I before you even say the words, I hear you. Hold on, who popped in? Frankie Blanco. What up, bro? What up, man? My bad, my bad. I'm getting in the zone. I ain't looking. Appreciate you, dog. Appreciate you. So don't let them feel bad because they're insane in the membrane. You know, like let me ask y'all something. Y'all tell me what's worse. What is worse? A person that comes on the app with bad intentions, they're already the way they are. They're already just this evil, manipulative, wicked individual. They come on the app like that. Or somebody who came on here with the best intentions. You know, they're the goodest person that you could meet, would give you the shirt off their back, but then they turn into that type of person. Which one do y'all think is worse? Because I've seen both. You understand? Misery loves company, bro. Like that's the truest shit. Some people wake up on the wrong side of the bed and they use this platform as a way to spread that negativity. I've always said, not everybody, not everybody deserves to have an account on here. Or maybe an account on social media, period. Because some of us, we just get on here just to bullshit, play around, meet new people. Some of us get on here because we heard we can get monetized if if our content is good enough, make a couple extra dollars to put in the safe. You know what I mean? Everybody got different reasons. But then you got people who come on here and are on here, and what keeps them on here is to cause misery for other people. But here it is, the people behind the scenes of this app, they strike people like me and few other people, they take away your monetization and all this other stuff, which I ain't necessarily tripping off of that. It's really more so the principle, because I know I can get it back. Yeah, I ain't stressing that. You know what I mean? But hold on, y'all. I'm back. I'm back. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I had asked y'all, what was worse? A person who's already that way, or a person who comes on here and they let the app make them into that? I don't know. Part of me want to go with the second one. I mean, if you're walking around with that type of energy, and you just wicked online or online, offline, just a fucked up person, then that means you definitely need a hug or somebody to talk to. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I can't turn my back on the second one, because if you will let an app that you have the choice of turning off make you that way, and then next thing you know, they're that way in their real life. So you was cool as can be when it first started out, but through situations on the app, it turned you into somebody completely different, and now you're that way in your natural life. That sounds like a weak person to me. It's the evil, bad intentions I can't get with. Good people can do bad things, yeah, but people are just evil. Yeah, good people can do bad things, right? Right. How do you think that is, Shay? Like, maybe it depends on the situation. Like, I did a video that's like a week old now, and I said, that people can do the worst things but have the best intentions. Like there's a reason for why. Like, for instance, let's say someone who's trying to provide for their family and they don't know where else to turn, so they turn to crime. They turn to, maybe breaking into old lady's house, sticking up the old lady for her savings, taking all her savings, but because they wanted to make sure their kids got something to eat, and they felt in their heart that that was the last resort. They was desperate, and they felt like that was the only way. It was just, just a random situation that I just thought of, right? People can do the worst shit but have the best intentions. You understand? That's just one. That's just one example. Big Heavy, what's up, man? What's good with you? What's good with you? Yo, that's a dope ass profile picture, man. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie, that's dope. Appreciate you, appreciate you. Miss T says, I would hate this app to make a person with a beautiful soul turn into a monster. Yeah. It's a shame, it's a damn shame, but I sure enough have seen it. I sure enough have seen it, you know? And there's people who would like, listen, I got to take a break. I got to get off here for a little bit, fam. Get myself together. You understand? Like certain people who I started with on here, they don't be on here like that no more. They pop up every once in a while. Certain people who I even like miss their faces. Like I'm talking about some good people. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, man. But yeah, it does happen like that. Let me see what 702 said. I just missed it. Hold on. Hold on. Comments going by. They leaving. They leaving. 702 said, see, I was around when the beef sector pop. So you know about that stuff I was talking about then, 702. And you never know who's been around, for a certain amount of time. But yeah, man. When I found out that type of shit was the norm, it was like, wow, you know. I'm talking about so long ago. Everybody in this chat knows what the word doxing means, right? I'm talking about so far back that somebody had to explain that to me. They said they had got doxed. They said it a few times. They said it so many times that I had to stop them. I had to say, wait a minute, what does that mean, brother? What is what does doxing mean exactly? And they told me. I said, wait a minute. Do I really want to be on here? And it's easy to say I will never end up in a situation like that, but that don't even make a difference. You can be guilty by association and be caught up in some shit, because that same thing ended up happening to me. I would have never guessed it. But I will say this to all the people who dox: if you're not gonna show up and put hands on somebody, there's no reason to do it. But some people just wanna, they think that they're embarrassing you or whatever by putting up where you live or whatever the case is. And it's like, well, we all live somewhere, so what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would never do it, but if I'm gonna go out my way to find out where you live, I might plan on pulling up on that ass. You understand? Which is why you'll never see me dox anybody, because I know what I'm gonna do with the information. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't got to worry about me because I've been on here long enough. So if I was going to do something like that, oh, I would have did that a long time ago. You hear me? Trust and believe me. Miss T says, I'm on the fence, ready to get off YouTube altogether. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I was feeling that way. Miss T. You know what I mean? It's just, after YouTube hit me with the the strike and the demonetization, which is more about the principle. It really is. I promise you, it's more principle than anything, because it's like the things that they put a magnifying glass on. How you gonna go after people who are actually trying to not violate the guidelines, but then the people who purposely violate the guidelines, y'all let run rampant, straight up act a fool. I've never seen any of these people these situations I was just speaking on. I've never seen any of those people face any type of consequence. which is why I said the next best thing is somebody else getting whooped. I won't lie to you. I don't wish anything on people. But I feel like if there had been a few examples that, oh, you can get hurt behind your bullshit on there. I feel like if certain people seen that, they would like fall back a little bit. But then you do have people who are the type to run their mouth, get hit in the mouth, and still run their mouth after. I remember I knew a girl like that in real life in my city. The girl would run her mouth, do all types of shit to other people, get that ass whooped, and she would still have a lot of mouth after it. The only thing I could tell you, she older now, but yeah, she done been on the ground quite a lot in her life. You understand? Shades too, my bad, my bad. Shades too. Appreciate you, sis. Appreciate you. I know major names in the beef sector who eat people up every day just for the yeah. They don't care about beef. They just get that too. You got people who are just acting. You understand? They just acting. They just doing what they gotta do to get there. And I don't know what's like. Okay, let me go back to a process. Let me go back to this. In that regard, what do y'all think is worse? Somebody who is actually in these situations, like emotionally involved, or somebody who's just acting because they want to make some money and get some views off of it? Are they both the same? Are they both just, does that do both of these things make you a piece of shit? Or, I feel like that's a good question, because I don't have it in me to act like I hate a person. I don't have it in me to, I'm doing content on this person just so people can watch it and I can get a possible cash app donation. That's crazy. That's too much energy right there. That's too much energy. Like, what? I see them names 702. You said I started with Latin Pain, Bullets Gotti, Misunderstood. And that sounds so familiar. I just with genuine love. He never got caught up. Well, you probably one of the lucky ones because I know them names you talking about. And I done seen some shit from both of those names. First two names you mentioned, man, look, I done seen some shit, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I'm just say this though. Let me make sure I didn't miss no comments. Hold on. Didn't miss anything. Like I said, yo, if anybody want to come up, you know what I'm saying, just hit the joint. It don't matter who you are, even if you in the bushes and you just want to pop up. Oh, my bad. Camilla has said something. I'm gonna read it. Let me just read it. I sense people wear masks on YouTube. I just find out about one YouTuber. The whole time my intuition told me she was faking the funk, and someone talking about their experience with her confirmed it. That sounds so familiar. Camilla, that sounds like there's one chick who been on here causing havoc for years. And nobody ever knew what she looked like, but there's been two different occasions where someone claimed to expose her. First time they swore up and down it was her. The second time it's like, okay, now it's like back, it's like, okay, maybe this is really her. You know what I'm saying? Because people go off of the few details that she did give up, but it's like she got kids. She says that she lives in this part of the city, and they going off the way she talks, her intelligence. So it's like, okay, so she does have some type of intelligence. Key things that they use to try to like track the person down. And see that I would never want to be in that situation. If you hiding yourself on here and you just raising hell for people, man, you need your ass whipped too, man. I'm sorry, I just ain't no saint like that. I just got to say it for what it is, man. I feel like if you just doing people wrong, if you waking up early in the morning, first thing on your mind is just to violate a motherfucker. How can I respect that, man? Next, appreciate you. Definitely. Y'all pardon me, man. That's a lot of fake people on here. Yeah. Miss T says, I have met some beautiful sisters on here with great content, but they get overshadowed by the nonsense. All I can say is hold on to your true self. Yeah, don't let nothing change you. I know what you mean. I know what you mean, and that's a part of my story why I started doing content. Like I wasn't involved in anything that was crazy. I just had that one situation, right? And it started, for those who don't remember, or for those who maybe didn't listen to the video, it was just a situation where a group of people came after me because I was trying to be a humanitarian. I was trying to be a good person. You know what I'm saying? Trying to defend somebody who they said was a scammer and all of this. From the outside, it looked like they were being bullied. So I got involved, you know what I'm saying? Because I actually had family in real life who had took their life due to being bullied. So I'm like, wait a minute, this is wrong. This is messed up. End of the day, I found out that the person actually, they were exactly what they were saying they were. And I ended up having a war with these people over something I should have minded my damn business on. You know how people say, listen, if you stand on business, if you're this type of person, then you won't let certain things fly in front of your face. But you also have to analyze how far it can go once you put yourself in it. Because now you're the target. So you do have to analyze. That's one of the key words I tell people. Analyze. Brother Keith, what's going on, man? What's going on? Appreciate you, bro. You already know. What you laughing at, man? Oh, I'm aggressive, me? No, I'm not aggressive. People be saying that, but nah, I'm just, I'm some real stuff. I'm talking about these fools on here. They aggressive. They the ones that's aggressive, man. They be, you know what I'm saying? I'm been keeping it real. People don't, the people that do I'm just saying, the people that do the things they do, they don't believe there's a consequence. Believe it's repercussions. Hold on, somebody in the back. Somebody in the back. Hold on.
Hey, Relis.
Hold on, let me get you right. Hold on. All right, there you go. Hey, 702, what's going on?
I'm good. I just wanted to come up though to play devil's advocate though. Since like I told you I was here when the beef sector popped, right?
Right, right.
I remember when these guys were trying to do different things, you know? Bullets got leaders on and people just didn't want that, you know? He was
All
like,
right.
I'm taking it easy. I want to use my platform for this, that, and the third. And
Mm-hmm.
people just did that out of him. Some like we have to look at the anatomy of the people over in the beef sector, you know? Did they sign up to be in it or
Right.
were they getting bullied and then boom, flipped it around, you know?
Peer pressure type of stuff.
Exactly, because I literally seen a lot of people didn't want to be involved and they were getting bullied and they ended up just running it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
Like a lot of it is people wanted to do different things, but they got forced into it. Like Latin Pain. I love Latin Pain. I always tell Latin Pain I love him, right? But
right,
I remember when Latin Pain was just an outspoken guy, his own person, and no matter what he did for people on here, they just continuously messed with him and crapped on him until one day he was like, okay, I'm gonna get y'all back, you know? So
right.
it's like you gotta look at the anatomy of the people who are over there. A lot of people were forced to be in that sector. And even if they deleted all their videos today and changed the name of their pages, people are still gonna come back and want that same thing, you know?
Yeah. You right. You're right about that. I tried to keep that in my mind before. You know, like people, they try to go about things a certain way, but it's like, at the end of the day, we are human. So it's like when you feel like, sometimes it's like people leave you no other choice than to react. Try like, let me
Hmm.
try a different approach then. I tried being nice. I tried being courteous. I actually did a video on this type of stuff. So I'm glad you brought that up. But you're right, and I looked at it, I guess I got to remember to keep it like that, but after being on here as long as I have, it's like I've seen people who've been on here where it's like people told them like, yo, I know that you better than this. You don't have to necessarily handle it like that. But people get so caught up in it, and it's like all that goes out the window to where it's like they start to enjoy it because you got those people too. But you're absolutely right because there are people who just and then when we're watching from the screen, you know, it's like we can only go off of what we see. That person, it might be a different side to that person. They might be probably a good father, good husband, and a good friend in real life, but when they get on here, it's like they have to put that aggression mode on because maybe they're being attacked in a way where it's like, listen, okay, that's not me, so I got to react to these people the only way I know how because we're all human at the end of the day. So I do get what you're saying.
Yeah. You got to move it like how you would move it in real life. Because I remember it was a chick that I was cool with. So I understand your stories when you say, like, and I say this often, one day you cool and the next day you content, right? So you don't know who you could
Mm-hmm.
trust on here. Me and her was cool. I encouraged her to start her page. She started her page. She started getting popular. But see, she started getting more views for
Mm-hmm.
being more on the beef sector tip than being on the hip hop tip. So then she started to just attack everybody. It didn't matter who it was, just for views, right? So when we try to give people the benefit of the doubt. When she got around to doing a live and ripping me up, I could have went back and forth with her, but I chose to let her have it. And you want to know what happened later on? What happened later on is people came back to me because they saw how I conducted myself, and they
Mm-hmm.
said, "Yo, she don't even have a page no more. That shit played out." So if
Mm.
you get into the beef sector just trying to get money and it really is not from your heart, you know what I'm saying? You was just trying to get the money, eventually it plays out, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Because how long can you keep that going before people realize that you're just doing it for views and money?
Right. Yeah, that well, it dries up eventually, and one main thing, and somebody was just talking about this last night, but they hit it on the head. Like it comes down to what are you here for? Like ultimately, are you somebody who just happened to come on here? Do you like just to interact with people? Are you actually trying to do content and see where it can take you? Because there's people on here who can actually deliver on a content tip, but then it's like they don't want to leave, the extra shit alone. They can't quite drag themselves away from it. But it's like what they don't understand at times. It's like actually it's like this all the time. Like it's like you put yourself in a box, and it's like it seems like the people who been watching you get involved in all the fuck shit. That's what they know to support you for. So it's like once you try to do something other than that, something that may be more positive than that, then it's like people don't really want to tune into that. Now, some people, some of these big names, they get their views either way. You know what I'm saying? Just because they've been around long enough and, so I mean, some people might be sitting there watching them, like thinking, okay, he ain't talking about nothing right now, but maybe something will happen. Let me still watch him. Or maybe they just got genuine supporters. But that goes back to something that I say when I tell people there's a difference between supporters and subscribers. Subscribers and supporters. There's a difference between the two. But an individual person on here, they have to decide which one is which for themselves. But yeah.
Dang, I never thought that deeply about it. You just woke my eyes up to it. Because there's some people, I only follow them because I like them, but not necessarily the content that they produce. So you're right. Some people, I am a subscriber, and some people, I am a follower. Like, I like their stuff.
Hmm.
Big difference. Dang.
Yeah, there's just one person on here who I was supporting. I remember when they first came on, it was dope. Um, they was relatable and everything, but they kind of like ended up getting involved. I can't say get involved. It kind of like got drug into it because they knew certain people who started coming at them, and they were like, okay, all this content shit going out the window because in real life, I don't let people talk to me like this. It's a different experience, definitely, when somebody's coming on here for the first time and they're not just witnessing it, but they're involved in it. It's like a shock to your system because in real life, people don't just say the things that people say on here just like that. It is a consequence 80% of the time. And, that's why a lot of people do it. But anyway, it's a shame when you see somebody who actually has something to bring to it and they end up, getting involved or drug into certain situations and they never go back to the way they were. It's just, it's been that from that point on.
Hmm.
It's so.
That's really the anatomy of the beef sector. What you just said right there.
Mm-hmm.
People allow themselves to get dragged into something and then they can never make their way back out the beef sector. That's why it's like all losses are not a total loss. I would rather you see me get ripped apart on a live or somebody take a shot at me and me walk away rather than me participate and get pushed into a sector I can't get out of.
Yeah. Yeah, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. For me, it came down to because I'm the type of person, whether it's online or real life, it has to be an end game with me. I can't keep, I can never keep going back and forth with somebody. I can't keep doing that. That takes too much damn energy. It has to be an end game. I'm like, okay, are we done yet? You said what you said. I said, can we go about our damn business now? So for me, it came down to, okay, if I'm gonna, it's gonna be app or actually do some type of what they call content, or either I'm gonna get off of here, you know. But I had grew to actually like YouTube because it's as much of the shit that we just mentioned that goes on and has been going on, there's a lot of good to it too. People can actually use the tools and actually make something out of it. So that's what made me want to stay. So, I was like, okay, I made a decision. I'm gonna stay on here and I'm gonna just actually do some type of content. And my experience, was definitely completely different. Of course, I kept my eyes out for any of the stuff that I had, at one point in time been maybe like in the middle of, but I would never ever go back, and like, you know what I mean? But yeah, man.
But before I fall back down to the chat, I wanted to say that I am so proud of you that I know we all know that you are a great supporter, right? But I always wanted to hear and see more of you, right? So
Mhm.
I feel like all of us are coming because we're grateful that you're on here talking to us and you're explaining these things to us. I liked all the like battle videos and things of that nature, even though I wasn't well versed in it. But
Right.
like I always knew that your bread and butter was gonna be you. So I'm very proud to see you step into the light. And I'm
Yeah.
gonna go back to the chat.
All right. I appreciate you coming up, 702. Definitely. Shout out to 702, but yeah, you know, I guess ultimately it comes down to what are you here for? You know? Who's that? Alpha Alpha. Hey sis, what's going on? You know? For me, like I said, it started out, I don't know what this is about. I don't know where it's gonna take me. You know what I mean? Didn't have any sense of direction. It's like, damn, I'm like watching all this shit play out around me. Next thing I know, I end up in my own situation. I have to have an end game though. I can't go back and forth. Like if me and another man are having like, a back and forth, you know, I can't keep cursing out this other man. Like, I'm not gonna say this is aggressive or evil or anything. Like for instance, like there's a couple times I've been in like a corner store, right? I'm just telling you the type of person I am. And you know how sometimes they try to cheat you in the damn store. You check them and they don't see nothing wrong with it or whatever. And it's like, I say my words, he says his word. Next thing you know, I'm like, you know what? Why don't you just step outside for a minute? Because, man, I'm not doing this with you. That's the type of person I am. There's only so long I'm going back and forth with another man, bro. Yeah, I'm not doing that, you know? And that's why it's so easy to stay out the way and not do content on the things that I see on there. Because my first thing on here was like, okay, let me try. Maybe I'll do content on some of the shit I see on here. But it's almost impossible to do that because at some point somebody gonna come in your comments and be like, yo, bro, you was talking about me. You got my name in your time. You know what I mean? So I'm like, let me just talk about battle rap if I'm gonna be on here, you know? And shout out to 702, just like she said, I know she said she was watching it, but she was, even if she wasn't like, all that caught up on certain things, I appreciate anybody who was supporting it. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people, because battle rap is messy. So a lot of people probably felt like, oh, this is some bullshit. What you got going on? They they rapping about people mama and all of this shit, man. But it's an exciting genre, sport, whichever word you choose, you know. And that's what kept me on here. If it had not been for me doing that, I might not have stayed on here this long. Did I miss anybody? Let me go through the let me see. Um yeah, you know, shout out to everybody, man, for watching and all of that. I didn't plan on being up here that long. With me, it's always I really it was supposed to be for like 30 minutes. As you can see, like I say, it's like 3:14 where I'm at. I don't know where all y'all at, but 3:15 now. I'm very matter of fact. Let me just get up here and do this. That's my style. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not the type to like schedule something for 8 o'clock when it's 1 o'clock in the day because I might not get my ass up there. I'm like I'm gonna wait to 8 o'clock. Depending on how I feel, I might jump my ass up there. That's my style. Vamp hours. You know what I'm saying? That's what I call it. You understand? Damn, man. Like I'm about to have this surgery Wednesday. I'm about to have, a few teeth pulled, man. It's supposed to be a root canal. I don't know if any of y'all had any brushes with that, but y'all pray for me, man. But as long as they knock me the fuck out, I should be alright. I should be alright. you know, just put my ass to sleep. But yeah, starting your day with realist, man. Yeah, but shout out to like all the content creators that are doing their thing because there's not enough that get that spotlight. There's a couple of them in the chat right now. That they're doing their thing, but this algorithm is hard to fight. You know, when you got the halfway decent, the good, and the dope content creators versus the ones who are in some of the stuff we just talked about. Even though there's a method to it, because it's not always exactly what it seems. This person may be going back and forth with this person for this reason. But we just going off of what we see. You know what I'm saying? So 702 definitely. Would you say Alpha? You say you survived. Yeah, I survived. I'm gonna be alright. Yeah, shit, man. I ain't gonna lie. The one thing I hate after that, after you have the actual surgery, is how long it takes for your for the numbness to like wear down. When you drooling and all of this shit. That shit. I haven't been to the dentist since I was like 20 something. But that's because I always kept my teeth right. You understand? But obviously, within the past year, it's been a little bit different. But I'm up here telling my personal business and shit. Yeah, you already know, Wes. You already know. You already know. You already know. Hold on. All right, all right. Northwest, appreciate you. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Um, like I said before I get off here, shout out to all the content creators who are on there. Maybe y'all don't get the light. Maybe y'all don't see your names in the algorithm as much as possible. As much as you could, or you feel like, or maybe you should. You understand? That does suck. I remember I used to, I remember when I first started like taking it a little bit more serious. I was like, damn, Like I can't win for losing on this motherfucker. And not only that, not only was I not getting the views I felt like I wanted, but it was also like YouTube was picking on my ass. They was coming for me for any old little thing, fam. You know what I'm saying? It's like, dang, y'all don't want me to win. Y'all don't want me to succeed. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? They ended up taking one of my channels. This channel that I'm using now, this is technically this would have been my backup channel. There's another channel that I have that I was going to actually like turn it into something else. You know what I'm saying? I was going to like start doing like some music type stuff over there. I was going to turn it into uh like a little late night club or something like that and just play music on it. I already done gave away the idea or whatever, but shout out to all the other people who, always did that type of thing. Because I know on here people take certain things to heart. Like if you do something that you see other people were doing, some people take that as disrespect. They take that as a slap in the face. But people have done the same thing on here a million times over. That don't mean they trying to copy you or nothing like that. People need to realize that too. This is YouTube. The same way we all talk about some of the news headline stories we see. Listen, I just seen 10 people who were just talking about that. Now I'm talking about it. Now you talking about it. You understand? People need to get off that, like all the sensitivity and shit on here. Cut that out. Cut that out. What Alpha say? It's not that bad, realist. I promise. I've had it done, and also all my wisdom teeth. Yeah, the wisdom teeth thing. I had that done. That was the last time I've been to the dentist. Alpha. My one wisdom tooth was that shit was like sticking to the side and all of this shit. If y'all ever had it done, y'all know what I'm talking about. You know when you got to have that motherfucker out. That shit was crazy. I'm like, yo, look at this shit. It's twisted up and all of that. I had to have it. I'm thinking that old boy was just gonna take out that one wisdom tooth. No, he took them all out. God damn, they want to hug that man. Cause I'm like, oh, I ain't got to come back here. Word, you took them all out. So I don't have to wait for this one to get all twisted up either. Thank you. I appreciate you. You understand? Other than that, my shit was all straight. Camilla, do you want to come up here and like talk about your channel a little bit, or you good? Because I remember, I invited you before. Because you one of the people that that I'm talking about. Like, there's multiple people on here who, they got fire channel on here, and they don't really, you know, they, like try to help put the shine on other people. You know what I'm saying? Pass it along. I'm not worried about myself because, like I say, I know what my lane is. You understand? My lane is the battle rap thing, and I just stopped doing that because after the whole demonetization thing, I'm like, do I even want to be on here? Do I want to be? If it's so, it's not the fact of them taking it, but it's the fact of it's like how how they go about it. You understand? It's like if they could take it just like that, when you putting in this work, does it make it worth it to do it all over again? And then they make you wait months before you can reapply. So I don't mind. Do I have to download StreamYard? No. From last time I checked, you just gotta click the link. Hold on, let me see. You just gotta click on. Yeah, you just click on the link, and it'll bring you in the back. And after that, you decide if you want your face to be shown or not. Which obviously I'm guessing not. So you just make sure that your camera is off. You know what I'm saying? But you'll see everything pop up once you click on the link. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Hold on. Oh man, I'm back. 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 Can't delete that. Nah, you don't need an app. Nah, all you gotta do is yeah, you just gotta click on the link. Just click on this link right here. If you do want to come up, no forcing anything. But it goes along with what I've been saying. Like as long as I've been on here, I'm somebody who definitely knows how hard it can be to get your like your channel to be seen and stuff like that, fam. Like I said, me personally, I know what my lane is, and I know once I get back, if I get back in that lane, I know that's what I have to do for myself to be in the algorithm. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like having fun. I probably would have never been live if I was still monetized. It's crazy. But when I plan on getting everything, whenever I get everything straightened out, I plan on taking it up the next level or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But for now, I'm just random late vibing, basically. Yeah, man. Y'all excuse the phone. Yeah, it's like Alpha said. When you click on it, it'll open your internet browser and just it'll automatically allowing you to click on Enter Studio. You know. Now, this content creators I knew on here that was on here for years that was trying to hit a certain mark. You know what I'm saying? It's a trip just trying to hit 500. You understand me? Like when I started doing the battle rap thing, like my damn subscribers just started going crazy. It was like that for like a week and a half. Oh, hold on. I think I see somebody. Yo,
Hey,
what's good with it? What's good with it? How you?
I'm good. How you doing, Realist? Thank you for bringing me up on your panel.
Yeah, I brought it up to you a while back. You know what I'm saying? I was surprised to even see you pop up in the chat. I'm like, oh, maybe she'll want to come up.
I be up late. I be vamping low key. I need
Yeah.
to be sleep because I gotta take my son to school in the morning.
Oh yeah. Yeah, like that's how I do my thing over here. I tell people, don't ever be surprised if you see realers pop up at 4 in the morning.
No, I don't. I be seeing you on my timeline. I be missing some of your lives though, cause sometimes I might be busy like moving around, or I be
So,
like,
but
I'll go watch one of his videos later.
yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, since you up here, let's get right into it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know you probably don't know anybody here, anything. You know what I'm saying? Just talk about your channel a little bit. Just talk about, what made you get on YouTube. Just let people know what you about.
All right, I appreciate that, really, because you do be sharing my shit. You be showing me love. I appreciate that. Excuse me. You know what made me start my channel was me going on my spiritual journey. Um, I don't have the same friends that I used to have. Like I don't hang out like I used to. So it was me like opening that door to like meet new people. And this was before the so-called pandemic, because I know when that came around, a lot of people was making friends online.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And which a lot of I heard a lot of people say that's you know, not the best way to be social, and I agree to a certain extent because it did make us be social in a very unfamiliar, unconventional way.
It's like a double-edged sword.
It's like a double-edged sword. Um But that me going on my spiritual journey and wanting to make a friends that are like minded like me. So my page is a little bit on the taboo side. Even though I have not yet got really deep into what is considered taboo, like divination, tarot, talking about spirits, paranormal activities or experiences that I haven't even really like got deep into or talked about yet. I haven't made time to do that yet, but that's another reason why I started the channel, because I've been experiencing that stuff since and into it since I was a little girl, since the very age of 11. So now that I'm open with it now, where I don't care, oh, she evil or she into some devilish shit. Like, I grew up in the Baptist church. So I've been questioning religion since I was a little girl. That for me personally is nothing new. So in my description, when certain people see that, I know it's off putting to people that come from the religious or church community. You know,
Right.
like chakras, again, tarot, talking about spirits and all that stuff. Like, so I actually watch other channels that talk about that stuff.
I was kind of, it's funny you mentioned that because I was like, just this past year, I was kind of like more introduced into it. There's
Hmm.
another sister I follow on here. Her name is Tierra. She not in here right now. And then there's a few others, I believe. But I be watching, and I guess I have my own interest in. I'm not fully into it, but I do have my interest. You know what I'm saying? I do have my curiosities about it. But continue.
And then yeah, I know because we chit chatted about that before in the comment sections or whatnot. And then like I'm a bit on the rebel side, so like I'm not. I question a lot of shit. Like I'm what they call a free thinker. So like you can't like I'm this way because of the experiences that I had. Like
Right.
for example, when people be like, "Oh, you're not a doctor, so you can't diagnose yourself." For me, that's BS. Because I've had doctors misdiagnose me,
Oh,
and
for
I
real?
oh hell yeah, and I diagnosed myself. I had doctors wouldn't even go deep into what was going on with me
Hmm.
to the point where I had to go do my own research and
Oh,
heal
wow.
myself.
Oh, that's crazy.
So
Nah, shout
like
out to
when
you.
people start talking about, oh, you ain't no doctor, you can't do it, man, miss me with all that. That's why I get real passionate. I might come off aggressive because I'm like, you don't know what I went through. Like, I
Right.
have to be around and talk to people who actually experienced it. Because when you talk like this to people who like put so much trust in other people and not trust in themselves and learning your own body, it's like we at that point I get deaf because I'm not trying to convince you, you know. So my
Mhm.
channel is surrounded by talking about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm against a lot of stuff. School system. I hate that I got to take my son to school. I wish I could homeschool him, but I don't have that luxury. You know, just to throw a couple of examples out there. That's what I talk about on my channel, and I am trying to. Well, not trying to. I would like to, because I'm working on getting that word out of my vocabulary. Try. I would like to attract people who are like minded like me, like more people. So if
Right.
anybody in the, in the comment section on the live is like already in that mind frame, come listen to me. Listen to one of my videos. You might learn something. You might be like, damn, I didn't even know that. Damn, I experienced that too.
Hmm.
My channel. I'm not doing it for no clout or nothing like that. I really want to help people
Right.
trust themselves. You know what I mean? Like, trust yourself. Don't like I'm not against going to the doctor, just to use that as an example. I'm just saying trust yourself first and then use the doctor for a
Exactly.
second opinion and not use them as a first opinion, if that makes sense.
No, I hate you on that.
Yeah, I got a lot of ideas, man. I gotta make time to get out. I'll be so tired. yeah, it's so much I want to talk about. It's so much I am gonna talk about. I just got to make time to do it. That's why my channels. I mean, my videos be so sporadic and out the blue. Because I know you've told me a few times, like, why you don't get on live that much? Why you don't be
Yeah.
uploading that much? And I be saying to myself, like, damn. Every time bring that up, I be like, I be wanting to, but I don't like getting online or making videos when I'm tired. I don't get a lot of sleep. As crazy as that sound, I do not get a lot of sleep.
Oh shit! Why you think my ass is up? Real.
And I have a autoimmune disease, and I should be getting more sleep, but I don't. And it's not on purpose, man. Me being a single parent mom plays a part in that. So, but I take pretty good care of myself for me not to get a lot of sleep. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
People always say that, say, yeah, you had to get some sleep or whatever, but and I feel like perfectly fine. I don't get half as much sleep as I feel like it, but somehow it always works out to where, if I'm not busy, in the daytime or whatever, then I might as well have had a damn coffin because I swear when it come to nighttime, my ass be up, energy, mind be going crazy and everything. So I know
Yeah,
exactly.
and see around these hours, this is where like my creative, because I'm sure you already peeped that I'm an artist too. So this when like my creative juices be flowing, and even then me being tired, it does hinder me from tapping into that, and I gotta fight that shit because like I said, when I get tired, I just be want to go to sleep. I watch YouTube because I don't watch mainstream TV no more. I stopped watching mainstream TV a long time ago. I don't watch the news.
Shit, me neither. I can't tell you the last time I sat down and watched a news clip. If I seen something from the news, it was probably something that was shared out on YouTube or another
Yep,
social media site.
it be shit going on in my city all the time, and I be like, damn, when that happened?
Right.
I
Well,
got to
you
see
from
it on
Chicago,
YouTube.
right?
Yeah, or
Yeah.
on Facebook. I'd be like, what the fuck? When man, please don't let that be somebody I know.
Right.
So yeah, I stopped watching the news, man. It's bad for us, man, mentally. Like I'm really into psychology to the point where you gotta stop doing certain things or it's gonna mess with your psyche. It'll drive you crazy. It'll have you, like depressed, having anxiety, and you won't even know it because you just go about your everyday going to work or going to school or taking care of your family or your kids or
Right.
whatever. Excuse me. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I appreciate you, really. You be looking at, I just be messing with you too, because I don't know if you
I
remember I
already.
told you, because I know you from New York, and I've met a list of people from New York, and all y'all got that aggressive. I like New York folks though.
Let me
Y'all like
make
our
this clear
cousins.
though. Let me make this part clear though, because I know a lot of people always be saying, from New York, but I'm actually outside of New York. I'm like 3 hours from New York. I'm saying? I'm upstate New York. The reason it's important to say that, because even
What's
some New York people will tell you there's a little bit of a difference. An
okay?
upstate person is not necessarily the same
Hmm.
as an actual person from New York, because they're the aggressive fools. They're more aggressive than us upstate. We more, if anything, we probably more. What's the lack? Let me see. For lack of a better word, it's at the tip of my tongue, but we're not as wild as them. I wouldn't say we be having our shit going on, but upstate it might be more like suburban type styles. Possibly.
So
Depending.
what's upstate in New York? Because I want to piggyback off that from being from Chicago.
Well, you probably wouldn't know any of these places, but like upstate, just to name a few cities,
Hmm.
or towns, you got like Albany, you got like Schenectady, like that. That's the type of area I am.
I heard of Albany. Is that a suburban place? I mean, area outside of New.
It's like a smaller version. It's big as hell, but it's small. It's like a smaller version of New York. That's only like 10, 15 minutes away. Right over the bridge from me, actually, like 10, 15 minutes away from me.
Okay, cause it be people that be like, I'm from Chicago, but they really from Rockford, or they from
Hmm.
Elgin, or they from Riverdale, which is a suburbs outside of Chicago.
Yeah.
It be like you ain't. Like for example, Kiki. I don't know if you're familiar with Kiki Palmer, the actress. She. A lot of people think she from Chicago, but she really from Robbins, Illinois, which is a small suburbs.
Mm.
Ghetto. We got some ghetto suburbs out here.
Oh yeah,
That's a like a country ghetto suburb. You know what I'm saying?
that kind
But a lot of people that's from there, they still got like that little swag of the city. See, I'm from the city. I'm from
of.
the bougie hood of Chicago, where you had that middle class and that upper class. So you get the piss in the hallway and you get the Picasso on the wall. That I always use that as an example from where I'm from. Cause see, you will meet some people from Chicago and they be like, it ain't no east side. Yes, it is. That's where I'm from. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. That
So I
sound
get you.
basically.
But
That sounds about what I was saying. You know what I'm saying? Like you get like a little bit of all of that where I'm from. You know, you get the, as you say, you get the piss in the hallways, and you get the little suburb area. You got a little bit of country going on there right outside the house. You got all that where I'm at in Troy. So
yeah. And I wanted to say that I'm glad you mentioned that too, but I noticed like even just being from the East Coast, like y'all swag is a little bit more aggressive than Midwesterners. Just from my experience, like
hmm
just the way y'all talk, and I don't mean that like in a bad way.
no, it's all good. Trust and
Yeah,
believe
but
that.
I told you I like your voice, and when I told you that, you was like, "What you mean by that?" And that was a compliment.
I
You
appreciate
got
it.
a good radio voice, yo. Like real shit, you got a good radio voice.
Nah, you think so?
Yeah, yeah. I can. You one of those voices I can listen to if I'm like falling asleep. That's a compliment, now, really.
Why? I was about to say what you falling asleep. All right. Okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
You got a good background voice.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm still like adjusting my training wheels a little bit because it's been years since I even been doing live. This is my third one since last Friday, I think. I'm trying to still get into the habit of it. And I said I was going to have certain people come on and all. I told a couple different people, yo, when I go live, you won't come on, right? You know what I'm saying? Some people, I try to get somebody to come earlier. It's like, fool, you just this time of night, you talking about come on there, but that's just how I am, no. You know what I'm saying? If it's late, then I'm like, fuck it. Like, but yeah.
Um, do you mind if I respond to somebody in your live?
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Commander, I don't. Are you talking about them boarding up those people's apartments that's on Section 8? Is that happening in Dalton or is that in I think that's in that other suburbs. What's the name of that fucking suburb? Excuse my language. I do be cussing. Um,
Shit, I
but
be
I
cool.
haven't heard. I haven't see because I used to. My auntie used to live in Dalton a long time ago. She owned a house out there. I used to go out there and visit and spend the night. So I'm a little familiar with Dalton.
See, I might be filling me in on something new.
Yeah, that's the suburbs in Chicago. It got worse though. It's like the hood out there now. After
Okay.
when it hit like I want to say the mid 2000s, it's a wrap.
Mm,
It's like living in Chicago.
mm,
You might as well. You might as well live in Chicago. If you move to Chicago, you want to go to the suburbs. Go to like Oakland, Evergreen. Don't go to Dalton. Don't go to Riverdale. Harvey. That's where they doing that. And I think they bogus. They boarding up these apartments with these people that's on Section 8 or low income,
mm-hmm.
trying to get them up out them buildings instead of just doing it the proper way.
Mm.
But it's I don't know. It's Illinois is a very shady state. I'm just gonna leave it at
Are they? Wow.
that.
I
Yes,
believe it.
very shady.
Believe it. So you just straight up Chicago, right? Like been there your whole life and all of that.
Okay, so I am a Navy brat, right? I have a twin brother. We both Navy brats. I got an older sister. Um, we was me and my twin. We was born in Jacksonville, Florida. Some people say I got a down south accent, but I also got Caribbean roots because my dad was born in Haiti and I got a Haitian grandma.
Mm-hmm.
So and a Haitian auntie. I don't know Creole very well, but I always show love to my Haitian folks. Um, I grew up in Chicago, but I wasn't born here.
Okay.
So me and my brother, we got here at I want to say the age of 2 or 3, and then we been here ever since.
Definitely got that accent though. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, cause I've heard people say that too. Like you sound like you from Chicago, but then you kind of sound like you from the South. I was like, well, I was born in Jacksonville, Florida.
Yeah, it's crazy now that you said. I would have never guessed like you might have been born in the South. As you said, right after you said that, I'm listening to you talk now, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can hear Chicago, but then okay, I can hear a little bit of the South. Until you said that, I probably would have never even thought.
Yeah. And my dad, he didn't grow up in Haiti. He grew up in Alabama.
Mm,
And then my mom grew up my mom, she was born in Mississippi, so a nice significant part of her life she grew up in Mississippi. So that countryness is all around me.
yeah, you know, like my family, like for the most part, all of them, all the brothers and sisters and grandmothers and aunties and all of them is all born, you know, I think it was North Carolina, I want to say, but
Yeah.
all the grandkids like me, we was all born up here, so I
Up
know.
here in the Midwest, in the city. Yeah, that's how it is with my family. On
Hmm.
both sides, my mom and my dad. Yeah.
You kind of look up the man to the trip and FBI again. Ooh, we. It sound like a lot.
She's a trip FBI getting it. Ooh, for real? Are you from Chicago, Commander?
You know, I never asked Alpha where she was from. Are you Alpha?
You got the teeth. Now you got me want to be nosy because man, they be doing some stuff over here in Chicago. Man, listen, they didn't put all. Listen, I'm not racist. I'm not prejudiced, but I heard what's been going on in New York. But it's effed up over here too with the immigrants. They just like dumped them over here and they taking over.
Mm.
They taking over.
The latest thing that I've heard about that was going on is just, the whole like immigrant situation and everything. I think it might have died down now. I'm not sure because, like I say, I don't watch the news, but
Hmm.
you know, that was like the latest thing that was like a big thing where people was like, yo, these immigrants going wild. Like I seen videos of them kicking police and all of this shit. I'm like,
They wild in New York. There's a guy that I'm sub to. His channel started off being based around. He lives in New York, being based around showing his subscribers the best like apartments to rent. For a
mhm.
nice price because New York rent is highest ever.
Oh hell yeah.
So he be having these exclusive like apartments he be finding. But lately, since the immigrants have came to the US, he been doing a lot of videos talking about them. And he's been talking about like how they be fighting and they been
Mm-hmm.
fighting the police and they stealing and they
Yeah,
got
yeah.
gangs going on. I said,
It's
what did they just drop over here? Who they just drop over here? It's like they took some foreigners from a different hood in a whole nother country and then drop them in our hood in this country.
yeah,
That's like that's scary. Like, cause you don't know how they is in they hood. You know what I'm saying? Like we know how we are in our hood.
mm-hmm.
Even if you didn't grow up in the hood, I'm just saying in just a neighborhood, period. But you don't know how they survived over there in their hood, and then they bring that energy over here.
Right. They doing shit that was probably the norm for them.
Yeah, cause a lot of them coming from that jail out there. What's that country? Ecuador? No, not Ecuador. Wait, is it Ecuador? No, it's Venezuela. It's a lot of Venezuelan people over here in Chicago. So I know that's probably a lot of them in New York too, and they in Texas. And see, Chicago got a large amount of Mexican people, so they be blended in. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? But I grew up around Mexican. My first boyfriend was Mexican, so I could tell the difference. You can't
Crazy
fool
shit.
me. But yeah, yeah, it's getting hectic, man. I
It
don't like
is,
that they
man.
did that.
Them fools getting away with shit. Uh, we could never get away with us black people, especially when you talk about putting hands on the police. Man, let us kick a cop in the head.
Oh,
And
it's over with. And I'm
man,
gonna tell you this too, just to throw it out there.
mm,
I don't know if they do this in New York, but in Chicago, we known for like having a lot of parades. So we I don't know if you ever heard of the Bud Billiken parade. So that's our thing here in Chicago. That's
mm,
the quote unquote black parade, right?
okay.
So the Puerto Ricans have their own parade here in Chicago because they got their own neighborhoods here in Chicago, and a lot of them Puerto Ricans don't like us, right? But they're in certain neighborhoods where we live, next door neighbors with them, right? So when they have their parades, um, when I tell you they turn up, well, we can't turn up like that. I'm talking about hanging out the window, like
Mhm.
motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? What's his name? The Joker in the Batman movie, hanging out the window like
Yeah,
that.
like that. Nah.
Yeah, doing donuts and shit with they flag, music blasting. I want to
Mm-mm.
do that. Can we do that? Can we hang out the window bumping little baby or something? I'm just saying. Can we get that same respect?
That's crazy. Not hanging out the window like the Joker. Nah.
Listen, I'm not exaggerating, realist. They really let them wild out for their parade, but we can't do that for our parade here in Chicago. So I
Mm.
don't know what's with that, but I don't think that's fair. I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Hell no. Hell no.
And the police be letting them wild out.
My bad. Say that again. I ain't hear you.
The police be letting them wild out when they
Oh,
have their Puerto Rican parade. They be letting them wild out. They don't do nothing. They be doing little 360s and hanging out the window. They flags be hanging out the window. They be driving fast. Their
mm,
music be loud. They be running lights. Excuse me. No regards. Taking over the street.
mm. Yeah, that's wild, man. So, I don't know. Maybe they got some type of deal with the government or something.
I definitely believe something like that. Some type of cahoots is going on. Cause what the fuck? Like why we can't do that for the Bud Billiken? Why we can't turn up like that? But we keep it classy though for our parade. You know what I mean? We keep it classy. We be out there footworking. Cause that's what we
Foot-
known for.
Footworking.
Yes. Our parades be lit though. That Bud Billiken be lit. It was better when I was younger. But it's all right now. A lot has changed.
I'm surprised I never heard of that. You said the Bud Billiken. Did I say that right?
Mm-hmm. It's
Oh,
been, man, it's probably, I want to say, I, see, I was gonna tell I don't care about telling my age. I'll let somebody guess and then I'll tell my age. But that parade been going on for over 20 years. So it's been going on for a long time.
I want to say 35.
No, I'm not 35. I'm older, a little older.
No,
You
I'm gonna leave
close
it.
though.
I'm gonna just leave it at that. I'm just guessing in the back of my mind. Unless y'all in the chat want to take a guess.
um, but yeah, the Bud Billiken is it's a nice parade. It be popping. It's just
Oh no.
I,
Commander said, I seen the grandmas tweaking. Was you trying to say twerking, Commander? That what you trying to say? Tweaking, twerking, either way, I get what you're saying. Yeah, we can see that on Instagram though. Grandma's busting it open, making it clap on a handstand, all that.
What you talking about? What I say?
No, I saw Kabedi was talking about. I think she said she might have seen some of what you was talking about, or maybe she was just saying in general, talking
Mm-hmm.
about grandmas, acting crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Tweaking. Oh yeah, we say that a lot out here in Chicago. I don't know if that word is a Midwestern slang, cause I be seeing other people say it, and they don't be from Chicago. Cause every time I hear somebody say tweaking, I be like, is they from Chicago? Cause we say that a lot. Like, man, you tweaking.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot of y'all slang it kind of like gotten stolen or used. Like I've seen like even Chicago rappers speak on this. I don't know how you feel about it, but I know some of Chicago's history, and I know that in certain places they would use that term. How do they say it? They would say, "We smoking on Tuka." Like you heard
Oh
other
yeah.
places, I've seen like commotion get made over there. I've seen Chicago rappers. You know, I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna have to bring you back on here one day because I can
Now I'm gonna
imagine.
tell you, that's them Gen Z rappers, cause you sound like me and you around the same age. We want disrespect the rap. They weren't disrespectful like that. That disrespectful.
Yeah,
Y'all just, if it's some Gen Z's in here, y'all is the most disrespectful generation I know. I got some cousins, nieces, nephews.
mhm.
Y'all ain't got no respect for the elders. I love y'all though. Yeah.
But you know what? For
Oh
real.
man.
Just based off of like the type of knowledge you got, like concerning the history of Chicago, that's a reason right there to bring you back. Cause it be like certain questions I want to ask. I'm gonna just save for maybe next time.
Okay. I can only go off though from me growing up in the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that because it was different back then. Like it was more structure. It's
Right.
like now ain't no structure.
Mm-hmm.
People just ain't no. And if we gotta speak on like just growing up in the hood, like ain't no structure.
Yeah, I see that.
ain't no ain't
Respect.
no commander. Just metaphorically speaking, ain't no commanders and chiefs no more. This like these little niggas. Can I say that they reckless? They ain't got no respect. That's them Gen Z babies.
Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, it's a new generation. It's a new era now, man. It's like it's different. It's different.
It's different. Like I heard somebody. It's a YouTuber that I watch. I think her name 54 Keys.
Sound familiar.
Yeah, I like her. She from Detroit, so that's our midwestern cousin. And I could tell she like either around my age or a little older because she made a post on her community talking about some why this generation don't respect elders. They ain't got no respect. She said something like that, and I was like, man, listen, that's them Gen Z babies.
Yeah, that's one thing I got instilled in me to respect the elders, especially after it's been like I want to say like 10 years now, but since my grandmother had passed, but especially after that, what I'm saying, I'm like I look at the elderly, you know, I'm highly respectable when it comes to the elderly, so I don't,
But you know what? It's not even just the actual elder, like a grandma, mama, daddy. It's the older sister, the
mm,
older brother,
mm,
the older cousin, the
that
auntie, and the uncles. They don't respect because
got you
we still elders to them. Like I
right.
have a niece that's 10 years younger than me. I used to babysit her. I used to wipe her ass. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So to see her be grown, be a full adult, that's amazing to me. But that her generation don't respect the aunties and uncles.
Yeah,
And like you can't tell me now. What you gonna tell me?
right.
You only 10 years older than me, so You only 15 years older than me. Yeah, I'm a whole decade. I'm a little over a decade. So I got a little more than likely I got a little bit of more wisdom than you. A little bit more wisdom than you.
Yeah, like their their whole take on it is like what you gonna tell me? Like, yeah, you was around a little bit longer. You was around a little bit longer, but still, you still can't tell me nothing. So I know what you mean.
Right. That's the thing. That's where the lack of respect come from. So yeah.
I don't even I don't even listen to like the radio like of this era, like these new rappers and shit that be out. I find out about them through like other people and through like Instagram. Like I can't tell you how long it's been since I actually listened to the radio, like real talk.
No, I'm same. I don't listen to the radio no more. I listen to Spotify a lot.
Hmm.
Yeah. But I don't want to hold you up. I know we've been up here for a minute. I'm sure you probably got other people that want to jump on before you get off.
Well, after you, I'm probably gonna shut it down. I've been up for. I always end up being on here longer than I plan on. You know what I'm saying? I don't never like schedule or like map it out. I'm about to jump up here, talk my shit. Whatever happens, whatever flows, it flows. You know, that's my vibe. But
Yeah,
I'm
you
glad you
sound
came
like me.
in, huh?
I said you sound like me, but I really want to get on a schedule though, because I want to be a little bit more consistent. Because I feel like that plays a part too on
Yeah,
attracting that audience that you want.
right, right.
Yeah.
For me, like the stuff I'm doing now, I'm just doing it just because like I was monetized. I just said this a little while ago, but I had got demonetized. I know I can get it back. And I
Oh, you
don't
got demonetized
yeah, yeah.
for what video?
They got me. They got me. You know what? I forget. I don't even think they
You
told me.
don't even be. I'm kind of. It's like you can't say nothing on YouTube, man.
Right,
I
right,
got a
right, right.
problem with that. That's another thing I'm against. I'm about freedom of speech, yo. But even still gotta have discernment. But damn, what you say?
I don't think I think it was just more so something that I had put up, and they what they call it is reused content. But here's the thing: most of the stuff that I had put up was all kind of like the same. You understand? So it's like if they're gonna call that reused content, then why y'all let me go? Why y'all let me put all this other shit up? I mean, y'all ain't saying nothing about that. But as far as like the guidelines and shit on YouTube, and tell you something, all that shit bullshit, and they switch it up every day. You know what I'm
They
saying?
got to, cause I be seeing people like I'm sub to a nice amount of people, man.
Mhm.
And they be posting stuff, and I be like, damn, you can post that? They still getting monetized?
Exactly, exactly. I know people on here who be like straight violating, but they got nerve to be monetized. They got nerve to be getting a check, but they monetize. It's shit
Right.
wild, bro.
I hope you getting a check. You put out decent content.
Yeah. Well, I put a hold on it until I get it straightened out. You know what I'm saying? But this what I'm doing now. This is just me like dipping my toes in the water, so to speak. Just touching different areas. I said I'm gonna take this time to just go live and see what comes out of that. It's basically just having fun for now, or whatever. I ain't worried about it. I'll get it straightened out. But I do think the guidelines are bullshit on here. I could do a whole live on that.
You should. It is because that was another reason why I was kind of iffy about like what
Mm,
because the stuff that I want to talk about is kind of taboo.
yeah, right, right, right.
Like when I start getting into talking about being your own doctor and all that, I might say a trigger word and it might go into the guidelines of you putting out misinformation. Because I had a video that I did about 2 years ago. They didn't even post it. They told me I went against the guidelines and flagged
Mm,
me.
mm, mm, mm. And they'll go back in your shit too. It could be a video that was put up a while, like let's say a couple months ago or whatever. I'm hearing that they going back and everything. So it's like ain't nobody safe no
Ain't
more.
nobody safe. It's that freedom of speech is like out the window.
Hmm. Yeah, man. I don't know though. Like the
And
innocent.
it's like, man, should I just put up a whole bunch of bullshit comments? Just content just to get views. I don't. That's not me. That ain't even being my authentic self. Like I want to
Right.
be my authentic self and attract people that's their authentic self while speaking on some real shit.
Whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute. Hell no. She said, I've actually seen someone smoking crack on camera during a live stream, and that person still,
What?
and that's crazy.
Wait, how you know they was smoking crack? Damn, that shit stank too. Don't ask me how I know. Told y'all I grew up in the hood.
Oh shit. But see, YouTube, that's the type of shit. How y'all messing with people like me? You got fools smoking pipes on there and stuff. What y'all doing, man? Y'all got to get it together. Get your mind right. That shit crazy.
Oh
I
my god,
thought I heard it all.
I
That's
thought
the
I heard
one.
it all too.
That's the one thing I didn't hear. Nah, they smoking crack. Nah.
That stank too.
Hell no. Roy, what up, bro? Yeah, man, I'm live. I'm live, man. Vamp hour shit. Vamp hour shit. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah.
Realist, I got a question for you.
Yeah, what's that?
Have you ever thought about merchandise?
Yeah, there's a couple other people who mentioned that to me. Cause I always say act accordingly. There's a couple people who say that's something I should do. You know what I'm saying? It's something that's in the back of my mind. I would never do it right now, even if I was serious. If I was, then I would definitely wait until I get the monetization thing straight. But you know,
Fair enough. I think you should have some merchandise.
yeah, I appreciate that. I appreciate that. You know, um, like I say, when I get everything straight right back to where it was, I plan on stepping it up a little bit. Cause I tell people, I know what my lane is. You understand? Like when I'm doing this right here, I'm not necessarily like stressing numbers and shit like that. You'll be able to know when I'm really going for the numbers and shit. When I put my stamp on something, I'm gonna go hard with it. You know what I mean? I'm just having fun right now, and I appreciate anybody who been supporting. You know what I mean?
I hear you. I hear you.
But yeah, I'm gonna have to get you up here again because I do want to speak some more on certain things. That was a while ago. That was last year. I think I was like, "Yo, why don't you come up on the panel or whatever?"
That
I
was
would
yeah.
I would have never thought. I would have never thought it would take like 3, 4 in the morning alive this time of the morning for you to pop up. But I'm glad you did though.
You know what? I always say sometimes the random occasions be the best
Yeah,
when it's
yeah,
just random.
definitely, definitely.
Cause I didn't even. I was really supposed to be doing something else, but then I seen you. That means I be on my phone too much. But I make money off my phone too, so I'm like, yeah, I be on my phone a little bit too much.
Well, that's the case. Then you got to be on it. That's how you make your money. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you got to be on it then. Mm.
But yeah, like I don't know if you remember, realist. I told you just let me know, and then
Yeah, and you did say that you did, and
okay, you know what? This is what I want to always say to you too.
hmm?
Remember how we first met on YouTube? You
Kinda.
right, and that's what blew me because I'm like, how you don't remember how
Wasn't
we
there some
met?
type of confusion or something like that?
No, and I don't even know if you still like watch what's his name? I forgot his name, but he from New York and he got the locks in his head.
I know you talking about. I know you talking about.
Yeah, because I stopped watching him.
Right.
Yeah, so that's how I met you and two other
Yeah.
people that I
Okay.
was
Okay.
following. Well, I
Yeah.
was sub to, but then I ain't sub to them no more. They
Right.
not sub to me no more either. I think once they started seeing what I be talking about, they was like,
How? But how you know they not sub to you no more? Maybe they just don't watch or leave comments.
nah. I kind of got the feel on how you know if somebody still like sub to you, cause the way YouTube got it set up, you can make that private.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. Cause I wanna know who subbed to me, goddamn it. Who watching me? What you watching me for? Cause if my channel ain't for you, then don't watch me, goddamn it. I'm okay with that.
I hear you on that. For real.
I'm gonna be my goddamn self.
Shit, if you don't do nothing else, you definitely got to keep it genuine. You know what I'm saying? On here, that's important. Like I know YouTube, they come off like they don't appreciate the genuine motherfuckers, but
They don't realize they don't. And for you to even have your name and then my name, Camellia Real, I can't do nothing but be authentic. I'll be fake and phony if I
right.
start coming on here acting like I'm something I'm not. With 72, with 72 subscribers.
Yeah.
I'm not no. I'm how you see me is how I am in real life.
No,
If
that's a
you were
fact.
to see me, if I was your next door neighbor, that's how I talk.
No, straight like that.
Straight like that. So it's like the two women that was like sub to me, they was very friendly. They was cool, but
Hmm.
once they yeah, cause I talk about astrology and stuff,
Right.
and I use that as examples, excuse me, from my experiences and stuff. And I'm into astrology, but I don't think they was feeling that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, my channel is a little on the taboo side. So come at your own risk if you gonna sub to me.
Definitely got a unique vibe going over there. You know what I'm saying? I tell people I can rock with it. If the person is being genuine, it don't really matter what they talking about. I could give it a try and see what's going on with it. And it doesn't necessarily mean that what they talking about is gonna resonate 100%. But as
Right.
long as I sense that they're being genuine, then I'm a rock with it. A lot of people don't look at it like that. They figure if I don't like what they talking about, like their content, I don't want nothing to do with it. I'm not gonna hit the like. I'm not gonna, share it out or nothing like that. I'm not even gonna rock with the person. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. I
And
got
then with me, like when you said unique, I don't I'm a modest woman, but I'm not like a lot of women from the hood. So that right there
I know.
is like a downer. Cause I be looking at my stats and I be trying to figure out, even on my podcast, like it's more males that like watch my channel than females. That's kind of weird to me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Mm.
So I would
Well,
like for it to be equal,
right.
but why is it more males watching me than females? So they let me know once I noticed those two females that I met through what's his name when I met you, because I met all y'all together on
Right.
his live,
Hmm.
and we all started subbing to each other. So I don't know, man. I guess they was like, nah, nah, she weird.
But you know what? I would never. Not saying that you did, but I would never take offense to nobody on something from me and nothing. I can't feel the way about nothing like that because
Nobody should though. I'm not. Nobody should, cause I feel like if you know, I'm not relatable to you or you not into the stuff that I'm talking about, then don't watch my channel. I'm all for that. I'm an advocate of that.
it's simple as that.
It's
Shit.
simple as one, two, three.
It's not gonna stop me from talking my shit. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But just know, if you come watch one of my videos, you gonna learn a little something. It's gonna be something you could take away. You could.
That's what and that's what I try to. I know I say that I don't necessarily be trying to like purposely like structure what I be doing, but I
Yeah.
tell people that when I was doing my uploads, I tell people like no matter what kind of story you hear me tell, no matter what type of content you see me doing, because I'm not doing the battle rap stuff right now. But anything that I speak on at the end of it, there's gonna be at least maybe one or two things you might be able to take away from it. As long as you listening, you're gonna be able to tell what those things are. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's about listening and not being biased. And
Right,
don't
right.
get me wrong. Listen, I feel like sometimes you need to be biased, but you just gotta have that discernment. You just gotta know when not to be biased.
Hmm. Nah, I hear
So, because I remember I told you I don't like battle rap.
you.
You was like, why
Oh,
you?
you did say that? I don't even remember that.
I don't like, man. Listen, when I was with my baby daddy, he loved that shit. I used to hate when he watched that shit, but I
I
used
think
to
I
watch
remember
it with him.
you telling me that. I think I
Yeah.
remember that part.
I don't like battle rap. Never like battle rap. I think it's a recipe for disaster. You say something, man. Next thing you know, somebody get hurt.
You'd be surprised. You would be surprised how much that line get crossed and people don't get hurt. And that's the thing
Really?
about it. Yeah, you would be surprised, because at the end of the day, they getting paid. It's either, they like that's how they get their other half. They get paid to write. They get paid a certain amount, to write, and then you get the majority of your money after you complete the battle. So we black. We ain't come all the way there for nothing.
Hey, yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My culture don't play that. Yeah, no, for real. I didn't know that though. Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know they get paid for that. Okay. Well, that's I respect the game. Then I still like it though. That's
You
because
right.
listen, I'm a Cancer. Okay, I'm about love and kindness and respect and care. I don't. That's
Hmm.
all. That's those words talking like that. I couldn't be in no battle rap. I'd be ready to fight.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
That
A lot,
that is for air and fire signs only. I don't think no water signs should be in no damn battle rap. It might be a fight.
man,
Earth
listen.
signs can get with it, but I don't know about no water. I don't know about no Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. I don't know about that. You don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, when it's that financial involved, that's the only time a motherfucker will, not, react to some shit. Only because there was some financial on the line.
Yeah, and see that's the thing, Ray Lee. I'm big on respect. Like I'm one of those people where we don't have to like each other, but just respect me because I feel like you deserve that much. You deserve that decency. You deserve to be respected. I don't gotta like your character.
Right, right, right. That's what I be telling people, man. Like, you don't have to get along with somebody, whatever. What I'm not going to do is just purposely just go out of my way, physically or mentally, emotionally, just to make this person feel like shit because they didn't do it to me. We ain't got to necessarily like each other, like what each other doing, but let's keep it mutual and we ain't going to cross that line. We leave it at that. That's the human thing to do, but a lot of people don't believe in that.
No, they don't. It's common for, oh, if I don't like you, then it's fuck you, and I'm gonna treat you any kind of way because I don't like you.
Hmm.
That's why I draw the line. I don't like that because I don't have to like you, but I'm not gonna disrespect you because that causes conflict. That muddies the waters. That starts trouble.
Hmm.
Because at that point, you just starting shit. You poking the bear.
Reason. For no reason at that. For no reason. Yeah, I definitely sub to Camilla, man. Check her out. You know what I mean? Because she probably like need to go live a little bit more. But I get it within
Dude.
your own time, get yourself right or whatever. But at least people could, that people got a glimpse of what you about, and they when they go to your channel, they get to see more. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate you, man. I do. Thank you so much. What was I finna say? Anybody in the live, if y'all sub to me, I appreciate it. Again, come at your own risk. I might say something you don't agree with, but it comes from I'm a Cancer. It comes from a caring, loving place. I'm telling you.
Let me tell you something. You say that, come at your own risk. You might say something they don't agree with. If they've been listening to me this all this time, then they should be able to handle that. Cause I damn sure don't be getting up here thinking, let me make sure I say something they agree with. That'd be the
Right.
first thing for my mom. Respectfully, y'all, respectfully. You know what I'm
Respectfully
saying?
though. No, for real, respectfully. So for real,
They
for
know.
real.
There's some good people in this chat. They know what's up. You know what I mean?
No, I say that too because as I've gotten older, I've learned to not take things so personal. You know what I mean? Um, like listen to the message and not take the messenger personal.
Right, right.
And I
So,
think that comes with like wisdom. That comes with not being biased. That comes with self awareness.
mhm. Yeah, that's a good point. You know, wisdom, growth. You know, sometimes it's hard to separate the two. It's a good point. You know, the message
Yeah,
and the messenger. You know, I see what you're saying.
yeah. Cause you know what, I'm gonna tell you. When I was this is where I learned that from. This dude that I went to barber school with
Mm.
that I liked, and he's a Aquarius, and I got this thing with Aquarians because I've had quite a few Aquarians. My son is a Aquarian, so it's like he was teaching me how to do a fade because we was in barber school together, and
Mhm.
he told me, he said, "Man, you gotta learn to listen to the message and not the messenger." And I just looked at him like, man, I paused for a minute. I'm like, you get on my motherfucking nerves. But then it stuck with me, and this was like 8, 9 years ago since I've been out of barber school. So the things that people say can like if it's good information, it'll stick with you. It be something you need to hear, and I needed to hear that at that moment. I ain't really agree with what he was saying, but on the flip side, I needed to hear it.
Right.
So
We all had one of them moments.
yeah,
For real.
yeah.
Yeah, appreciate y'all subscribing, man.
Thank you,
Appreciate
Mr. West. I appreciate y'all.
that was one of my things. That was like one of my topics I was gonna touch on anyway about people who, got, the goods. They got the good shit to talk about, deliver, but I know how this app is, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, people just need a little plug in or a little bit of spotlight, for people to see what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Because the algorithm is all tore up.
It is. It is. And I noticed too, I be paying attention to the algorithm. Like when I be typing in certain stuff, and that's all on my timeline. And I be like, damn, I should type
Mhm.
that in. Cause now it's all on my timeline. I gotta keep seeing it.
They be
Like
telling me I'm subscribed to certain people I know I ain't subscribed to. I'm like, oh, y'all got it fucked up. What you, the hell?
that be happening on Instagram.
Mm,
Oh, I thought that was just Instagram be doing that. I be like, I know I ain't sub to this person. We ain't got nothing in common.
right. It's a trip, man. These apps, they a trip. They got a lot of bullshit with them, but at the end of the day, there's good that come with them. It just depends on how people use them. You know what I'm saying?
It is, and I'm gonna tell you something I just thought about too. That's very interesting. One day, I got a Facebook page, and I just started deleting a whole bunch of people.
Right.
I be doing behind the scenes social experiments because when I was in college I took up well, it was a requirement. I took up social science, so I learned a little thing or two up in social science, right? So, anyways, so I was like, man, I'm finna delete everybody just to see who gonna notice if I deleted them or not. And I had like 200 and like some people, and I kept it to that minimum. I never let it go over like 300. I'm like, cause I know more people than that, but I'm not gonna be following all these people. So, anyways, I noticed Facebook won't allow you to delete so many people. So that made me think like, do they
Mm.
get paid for you having so many friends
Oh,
Facebook? Let me find out.
oh,
Cause
wow.
what? Cause how you gonna tell me I can't be friends with this person on social media? I might not want them on my page no more watching me. Especially if they
Right.
ain't liking my shit. You gonna tell me I can't unfriend nobody? What?
Damn.
Y'all listen, if y'all got Facebook pages and y'all got like 1,000 knowing damn well Y'all got like 1,000 friends, and out of them 1,000 friends, you probably only talk to like 10 people off there, if that. Go and delete like 30 people at one time and watch. You get this box that pop up telling you can't delete or some. It's gonna stop you, and then
Damn.
you gonna have to go back and then try and then attempt to delete whoever you want to delete again. That's crazy.
Yeah, I ain't, yeah, that's definitely news to me. But you know what? It's been it's been so long since I've actually like operated on Facebook. Like I just checked it the other day, and I've been back and forth on it for about a week just to communicate with certain people. But I would that's news to me right there. I know that's something to look out for. I definitely don't follow a lot of people either, and a lot of people don't follow me. That's crazy.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah, it is crazy because now Facebook is like it's like Instagram now. It's like you got followers and friends, and it's confusing because it's like why they start doing that? They should have just kept it like how it was. And I noticed I was following more people than I had friends, and then when I was like when I tried to go in the settings to unfollow all these people, I don't even know where to go. I don't even know if you could do that. If somebody know how to do that, please let me know. Cause I don't
Mm-mm.
like that.
Yeah, these apps, you know. Bring right back to what I just said. These apps, they got some shit with them. You know what I mean? But the thing that keeps people using them is the fact that of course, there's good in them, or people would have been using them in the first place. But you do gotta
Yeah.
watch out for little things. You know what I mean?
It's a lot of validation too. People be want to be validated.
Oh yeah.
All the posting of, like selfie photos and you being in a whole different country. Everybody's like, people really don't be caring about that. You gonna have the only ones that's really gonna care is the haters. Them the only ones that's gonna care. I'm telling
Mm-mm-mm.
you.
It's wicked out here,
It
man.
is. That validation is a drug too.
Yeah, some people be trying to be validated. They swear they not. But you could tell when somebody ain't necessarily happy with themselves or whatever, and they just they need that satisfaction from others. You could tell, just saying.
Yeah. And it's crazy because that's where spirituality comes in. That you need to tap into yourself. You need to learn yourself, get to know yourself, love on yourself more. That's what spirituality really is. It ain't no taboo. It go deep, but it ain't no taboo shit like because now the whole spirituality community is getting a bad rap. I barely like saying that I'm spiritual now because then it goes into she probably be putting spells on people, and it's like, man, I don't be
Mhm.
doing that, and if I did, I'm not gonna tell
Yeah, I seen somebody the other day, a good sister on here who talks about things similar to what you were speaking on, and she be talking about how people be coming at her, calling her a witch and all of this stuff. I'm like,
But see, if people get into the history where the whole witch thing started, like it's a oh my god, it's a Haitian lady. I can't think of her name, but she was a Haitian witch, and it was way back in the day. She was in her town just healing people, and they took that lady out. They did not like her being no healer. That's really that's really what a witch is. Like they made it. I ain't finna go in deep about that. Y'all do y'all research on what a witch really is. But the religious community, the Christian community, gonna tell you, nah, witches is evil, and that's nah. You got some that do some evil shit. Yes, you do. But if you look at your pastor, a whole wizard.
mm,
No, respectfully, mind you, I come from a Baptist church. Your pastor is a wizard.
mm,
Why
mm,
you think you there every Sunday? Why you think you put in money in the collection plate? Why you putting your money in that collection plate? Go to your pastor and be like, "Hey, pastor, I'm behind on my rent. I need $600. Let's see if you get $600. Tell me, hit me up. and let me know you got that $600, so I can hit your pastor up and tell him I need some money too,
Mhm.
respectfully.
Nah, I know exactly what you're talking about when you say that. I've been, listen, I've been one of those to speak on that type of shit. These pastors and all of that.
Man,
Yeah.
pastors be a whole a wizard and a warlock.
Mm-hmm.
So we not gonna be down in no witches now. Cause if I tell you I'm a witch, not then what? You ain't gonna want to sub to me no more. You ain't I ain't subbing to her. She said she a witch. I'm gonna tell you this though. I am into holistic healing, and that's how I healed myself when I was going through something in my 20s. Uh, and then me just having an autoimmune disease, which is psoriasis. I don't take pharmaceutical drugs for that,
Mm.
and I've cleared up my skin, going on a spiritual journey, loving myself more, changing what I eat, stressing less, because that's really what causes autoimmune disease, emotional stress.
Mm.
And you know what I'm saying, it go deep. And it's salt and pepper of people talking about that too on YouTube, but it's not in the algorithm like it need to be, because the doctors, they not claiming it. The psychologists not claiming it. They not claiming that this is where these autoimmune diseases be coming from. It's coming from I didn't even have to hear this from nobody on YouTube, really. I figured this out on my own because I've been on my self-awareness journey.
I
So
believe
it's
you.
like you can't tell me that ain't how I got this shit. I've been going through heavy emotional stress, not now, right now, but in the past, where my psoriasis was severe. Like, it was like almost all over my body. So, like,
Mm.
yeah, you can't tell me nothing. What you gonna tell me when I healed myself to some degree? You couldn't tell me nothing, because all the doctors was doing was like, well, we just give you some medicine, but then the insurance that I had wouldn't cover the
Right.
medicine. So now I got
Right.
to come out of my pocket, and the medicine for psoriasis is very expensive. It's not like getting like blood pressure pills, or if you got diabetes, it no. That shit is expensive. Like a tube of the cream, I think it's like maybe like a little over $100. It might be $200 now.
Mm, mm,
I
mm.
wish I would pay $200 when I can go do some holistic research
Yeah.
and get some stuff that's gonna nurture my skin, and then do the internal work. Why am I having this emotional stress? Instead of just, suppressing it. So
And the thing to take away from that is research is key.
yes, yes. And get with people, who I honestly I don't know nobody who, yes I do. I got a childhood friend. I ain't talking to him right now though. I met up with him some months ago, and we had a conversation. We had coffee together, and he told me he had psoriasis, and I was like, wow, I got that shit too, G. And he always had a crush on me too. I was like, wow, I never thought I was gonna meet somebody I know that actually got psoriasis like me. But he wasn't doing nothing for, how y'all males is. Y'all do not care for healing yourselves. Y'all don't want to go to the doctor. I was giving him all type of advice. He was not taking it. I said, "Let me stop. I'm doing too much." See, this is a message. If any woman
Yeah.
going through something, or she thinking about that guy that she like, and she been giving him advice on whatever, he going to stop it, sis. You doing too much. He ain't listening, because men don't listen to women. And I said what I said.
You know, the crazy thing is, I'm not even the type of person who like to go to the doctor. As a matter of fact, I always told people in my real life, the thing I'm probably gonna pass away from is from not going to the doctor. I only go when it's completely necessary. Trust.
But listen, okay. My point is, men do not like to. They don't like to be healthy. So I'm not knocking you not from not going to the doctor, but at least, find out like what's wrong with you, and then go fix
Right.
it. Y'all
Right.
don't even be wanting to do that. I'm telling him all type of stuff like, yeah, G, get this, drink this, take this. Man, I'm just gonna get this. I'm just gonna do this. I'm like, you know what? And you can't tell no cancer that because we be caring too much. That's why I said I'm doing too much. Let me stop. Let me stop. Because
Oh,
I started to take it personal. Like, I'm trying to help you.
right. Damn.
I can admit I was doing too much. I even told him that, man. I was like, look, I apologize. I was doing too much, man. I know he was like, why you even apologizing? It's really for myself. I'm apologizing to myself, but I'm saying it to you because I cared. Because I know what it feels to have this autoimmune disease. It seemed like it ain't nothing, but it affects your everyday life, your
Right.
personal life, your work life, whatever. It just affects your everyday life. And and doing the research, I had found out like 30, like 32 to like 30, I think 5% of people that have psoriasis think about committing SD,
Right.
SD, SD. I forgot trigger words. SD. For I'm sure y'all know what I mean. So just
Hmm.
finding that out alone is like, damn, I
Yeah,
get
it's
it. I
terrible.
get it. It's not like eczema because a lot of people think it's eczema, but it's like eczema, but it's not because eczema is more on the allergy side, so it's not an autoimmune thing. Um, but the psoriasis is so. And
Man, that's,
I'm sure you heard me talk about some of that. I haven't got deep into it. I do want to get deep into how I'm gonna do a video on how I like help my skin, how I cleared it up. Cause ain't no doctor do it for me. They wouldn't. They just trying to give me some medicine. Even tried to give me some Xanax. I said nah. I just want to talk to a therapist. You think they was finna go out their way to try to help me get a therapist? No, they was trying to
mm.
give me some Xanax. Yeah, get me hooked on some drugs from the government. Yeah, get me hooked on some pills.
Yeah.
I'd rather just smoke some herbs.
Nah, but you know what though? On some real shit, that is something for you to talk about because you know this is a big app, but it's small. You never know who dealing with that same thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
In our community, I don't see a lot of it.
you
In
know,
our community, I don't see a lot of people like talking about it, even having it. So when I found out my childhood friend had it, got it, I was like, I was going in trauma bond mode. I had to come up out of that. Like, see, now you trauma bonding. Don't do that. Because a lot of us be trauma bonding and we don't realize. That's how you
right?
be jumping in toxic relationships.
Mm.
You're like, oh, I grew up with an alcoholic mama. She was abusive. Oh, you did too? Me too. Yeah, it be like that.
Yeah.
Um, I'm looking at what Commander said. Yes, that's what they do. They say, I'm gonna pray for you. Respectfully, I tell people don't pray for me. Pray for yourself. Please don't pray for me. I don't need nobody praying for me.
Mm.
And some people take offense to that. I'm saying respectfully, do not pray for me. But I will say this though, when it comes to your grandma prayers, listen, ain't nothing like a grandma and a mama prayer. Now them the
Right.
only two that get to slide on the prayer. Them the only two.
You
Them the
know
only
it's
two. Cause my grandma, may she rest peacefully. She was what I call a sanctified spiritual woman. And she was very clairvoyant. And some people in my family thought she was a little cray cray. I'm like, nah, grandma got a gift. I knew it when I was little because she used to talk to me. That was my G. So yeah, them prayers from grandma and mama,
oh yeah.
them the only ones that get to slide.
Yeah, man. Shout out to all the grandmothers who always held it down with the prayer for real.
For real, for real.
Hmm.
Oh, I noticed. You wait. Can you see the chat while you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't know that. I told you I'm still learning.
Man, listen, the other day, like I say now, prior to the first time I did went live some days ago, that was the first time I had went live in a few years. I'm still adjusting the training wheels. So I had somebody had to teach me how to even drop the link for folks to get up here again. So I mean, alone on that.
Okay, yeah. I just clicked over. I just noticed it. I'm looking at what Ray said. He said everybody's trying to get a check from Facebook. I said, yeah, I know. I noticed that too. They trying to get a check. Listen, milk your money off YouTube. I'm for that. Do listen. I'm not. Don't come to me talking about no 9 to 5 because I'm not. I'm gonna tell you go figure out what your gift is and make some money off that. I'm not the
That's a fact.
friend or the person to tell you to go find a job. I'm not. I'm not her.
You know, I hear what you're saying with that. There's so many different ways out here. It's like, look around, try it out, do your research, see what you're good at, what you can get good at, what you can get into. Like, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, because I haven't had a 9 to 5 job in a very long time, and I realized that and I even got confirmation from other spiritual people that the 9 to 5 is not for me. It's not for me.
Mm-hmm. Now I know what you mean by that. For real, man.
I've walked out on jobs before in the middle of the shift. Like you got me. You think you finna talk to me any kind of way? Or
Yeah,
you think? Or you think I need this job? No, you need me here. And I tell
exactly.
people that stop going to your job like you need it. They need you.
That's the
You
part they don't say, but that's the truth right there. Who be need them more than anybody? They be needing motherfuckers there. They know that shit.
they need us. Cause guess what? If everybody team up and walk out, ain't no company making no money today.
Mm-hmm. Straight
So
like that.
yeah, I always had that type of mentality. You ain't finna do me any kind of way.
No, I'm with you on that. For real. Ten
And
toes.
then you gotta think like that, because if you think like that, then you attract what's for you. Like I walked out on a job and got another job 3 weeks later.
Mm.
And then it was a time where the job came to me. The guy asked me, "Do I want to work here?" So I manifested that job, but I
Mm.
had to quit that job because it was interfering with me being a mommy.
Right, right.
So
Gotta go with that gut instinct, man. I'm telling you.
and I wasn't getting paid nothing anyway, and I couldn't take no break. So I was like, whatever. It was a nice little experience though. I was a host at a like a 4-star restaurant in on the west side of the of downtown Chicago. So it was alright. I got that little experience in a little low key fancy restaurant. I'm gonna tell y'all this though. If y'all be going to these fancy restaurants, right, and y'all plate come out looking all nice and fancy, half of that stuff be coming out the can, y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now.
Oh hell no.
Sorry to kill your back. But some of that shit because listen, when I was working at that restaurant and I went through that kitchen, I said, I know this plate don't never cost no $50. And this stuff just came out the can. They make it look pretty.
Mm, mm. It's a goddamn shame.
Listen, they make it look pretty. So this why, when people be bragging like, oh yeah, I paid $100 for this steak. Yeah, that steak probably got glue in it.
Oh damn.
I
Oh.
ain't even being funny, no, for real. They really do be putting glue in the steak
Mm, mm, mm,
to
mm.
bind it together, to make it
Wow.
thicker, to make it more. Um, what's the word? Man, they be doing all. You don't give me stuff. I be on here all night, all morning with
Yeah,
you.
I heard, I heard certain stories and shit like that, and I even seen certain videos involving certain things, but
Listen,
I don't know, man.
they have documentaries because I am a documentary watcher. They have documentaries showing this stuff, like how they prepare the meat, like how they'll like let's say the meat like a week old. They'll take it off the shelf, take it to the back, and they'll like spritz it up. They'll make it look fresher by like if it's some ground meat, they'll make it more red. So if y'all be buying ground, don't buy no ground beef that's red like
Mm-mm.
crayon. You better not eat that. You
Mm-mm.
better not go get it fresh from a market or something. I don't know. You might have to drive outside your neighborhood or something. Sometimes you gotta do that. Sometimes you might have to go to Whole Foods because our people we don't like going to Whole Foods. But Whole Foods got some decent sustainable meat, animal meat. If you eat animal meat, so just throw that out there. So I mean, the information is out there. What I'm saying ain't taboo.
Right.
So they really is putting glue in the steak.
E- Even if you wouldn't have said it, even if I know, watch if I was go look it up, I'm pretty sure I'll find some evidence that shit was really going on. I don't put nothing past
If
nobody.
you type that in YouTube, you gonna get a slew of videos talking about that.
Mm-mm-mm.
I'm gonna tell you that right now, and then it's gonna be all in your algorithm. And then it's gonna turn you off because if you eat that, then you're gonna be like, man, I don't even know if I want to eat steak.
That's for real. That's how I feel about like pork now. Like at one point in time, I grew up on eating stuff like that, but
Same.
I
I
had
told you I got Caribbean in my blood. Haitians, that's they go to that pork. That's all my daddy ate every part of the pig, every part,
right.
inside out. And he was in the Navy, so he didn't have raccoons, like
Yeah.
frog legs,
Yeah.
alligators, like oh man, it's wild.
Yeah, man. Like I say, going back to it again, like a little research ain't gonna kill you.
No, it's not, and it's so um easy to do now because all you gotta do is just like type in 1 or 2 words, and you gonna get all type of articles, videos. It's just a matter of are you ready to go down that rabbit hole?
Right.
Some people don't want to go down that rabbit hole. See, I'm the rabbit hole chief. I'm gonna take you down the rabbit hole. Me, I don't care. I use Alice in Wonderland as an example. That is one of my favorite cartoons. It's movies. It's so many messages and hit like if you watch it without not with the kid mind, but just seeing so many messages in these Disney movies. Listen. That cat was always high. Okay. Why did I not notice that when I was a kid? Alice
Mm-mm.
always want to go through doors she shouldn't be going through. Like
Right. Oh my god.
that's my movie, man, because it depicts what's going on in real life. It's just all metaphor
Right.
in
A
cartoon
lot,
form.
a lot of them movies is like that. You're right.
All of them are. Every single last one of them. Wait, is Alice in Wonderland a Disney movie? All of them is like that. Like I don't watch anything no more for entertainment.
Mm.
I
Yeah, I
can't
don't.
no more. Once you go down that rabbit hole and you get spiritual and you become self aware, you can't watch nothing the same. Everything you gonna be it's just gonna be in your face, even if you don't want to see it. You gonna be like, man, this some propaganda. This some bullshit. Nah,
Look
they
at
really
everything.
on this type of shit. That's how you gonna be looking at stuff.
Look at everything completely different.
Yeah, I can't unsee it now. Now that I know, I'm like, man, you start questioning a lot.
Yeah, you
Like
start
why?
questioning more,
Like
more after this.
with the TikTok. Like why y'all talking about why Biden talking about he want to ban that? What's the real agenda?
Right, I seen that the other day. I'm like, that's what he worried about.
It's a list of reasons why he want to do it. But my point is, if you're not, if you don't have any self awareness and you not into spirituality, you gonna think very mundane on why he want to do it. Like, oh yeah, cause it's ruining kids' lives. Nah, it's a lot of information on there that they don't want us to see. They don't want
Hmm.
us to know. Like, no, it's because you start taking your power back once you start knowing certain information.
That's a fact.
And they don't want that. They don't want the large conglomerate of people to start thinking for themselves. And
That's,
TikTok make you start thinking for yourself. Like, what? That's why that's like that. Man, I knew it was something about that. Yeah, you gonna start getting all these downloads.
yeah, TikTok is they algorithm is wild over there. I remember I went over there before just to like, I made an account over there just to upload a few videos, and I see it's easier to get into their algorithm than it is on YouTube.
It
I'm talking
is.
videos that would get like a couple hundreds like easily. I'm like, well, damn, look at this shit.
It is. And I was not. I wasn't a TikTok person, but I just recently, like the end of last year, made me a account, and I noticed it's a lot of truth tellers on there, way more than YouTube. Like the algorithm is flooded in that stuff, and I was like, oh yeah, I see why y'all talking about banding. I see why y'all talking about banding in the U.S.
Mm.
And some of that stuff I already knew about from like a decade ago. That's actually coming into fruition now. Like stuff that I learned about, like how the government be doing certain stuff, like the whole money currency. They keep playing with our minds with that. One minute they
Hmm.
say it's gonna be cashless, then the next minute it's just gonna be crypto. They're just gonna have both. They're not gonna get rid of either or. One gonna fade out, which is probably gonna be the crypto, and then it's gonna come sneak. It's probably gonna come sneak back in, but I don't never see them getting rid of paper.
Yeah.
They would have been did it. Like they could do it if they want to. The value gonna go down, but I don't see it becoming like obsolete where it's never gonna be any more paper currency. I don't see that happening. So,
Yeah, man.
yeah.
Major facts. Yeah, right. That's some shit. That's some shit. If you want to hide something, put it in the book.
Wait, what? What you say? I'm
No,
looking. I'm browsing through the comments.
like a little inside joke that Bro Keith has said. Like if you want to hide something, put it in the book, man.
Yeah, no, for real. Put it in a book. Definitely put it in a book. But you ain't even gotta, man, you ain't even gotta read about certain stuff no more. It's in your face. But
Yeah.
what keeps people blinded is work. I gotta go to work. I gotta make some money.
Right, right. You don't have time to necessarily, consider all that extra shit.
Yeah. Cause then you won't be thinking about that. You be like, man, I gotta go to work. I gotta make some money. That's not important. But low keto is dictating our lives.
Right.
Like it's crazy, man. Oh man, like I said, once you go down that rabbit hole, y'all can come down the rabbit hole with me. Listen, I'm from the hood, man. We used to be all through the streets. That was the rabbit hole for us. The group of people that I ran with. We was all. I grew up close to the lake, like literally around the corner from the lake, which is the fake beach.
Uh-huh.
So it was a lot of like little dips and stuff over there that ain't there no more. So that was our rabbit hole. I was all through the city. Okay.
Oh shit.
So I'm very familiar with going down rabbit holes.
Yeah, what up, OG? Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Hold up. Oh man, it's 3:55 in Chicago. So I know it's 4:55 over there.
Yeah, it's 4:55 up over here. Amp hours, man. Like I told you.
I ain't finna get no sleep.
Well, shit, you already used to that. I know I am.
Yeah, I gotta get some sleep because I gotta get my sleep schedule back on track because that's one of the main reasons why like I said I don't post like that, and I wanna put more into my channel, like,
Right,
you know what I'm saying, because that was my whole point in starting it, like putting certain information, my experience that can help people. That's a little tabooish. Oh,
man.
you know what? Before I let you go, I want to ask you about
Mm-hmm.
what do you watch other podcasts like what's his name? They used to be a football player, Shay Shay, Club Shay Shay, and what's that other dude name? Uh, he dressed very
I forget. It's on the tip of my tongue, but he got the wild looking hair and shit.
yeah, he dressed very. I ain't gonna lie, I like his style of dress. It fits him. I don't really like men wearing capris, but it's some about he must got a stylist because it's somehow he do it. It just look good on him. Everybody ain't gonna be able to dress like him.
He be wearing that shit, don't he?
He be wearing that shit. Realist, he really do though. Cause I'm a fashion I'm a fashion geek. I'm into fashion, not like high end fashion. Like I like some high end fashion, but I don't own anything high end fashion. I just like to dress um nice, and to me dressing nice is just being comfortable and being well groomed. So
Right.
um your shoes is clean, your clothes don't look tacky on you. Your hair is done. It can even just, if you're a woman, it could just be in a ponytail. It ain't got to be none too fancy. If you're a male, you got a nice haircut. You know what I'm saying? But it's just something about how he dressed. I forgot his name though. But I watch his podcast, and I was thinking about Amanda Seals, how she getting a lot of like people just riding on her, and I'm like, damn, they ain't gonna. I get why they riding on her though, but I like Amanda Seals though. She a Cancer. Now that ain't why I like her. Let me throw that out there. That ain't why I like her, because some things she be saying, I be like, girl. But I just wanted to know, did you know anything about that? What you think about that? What was your take on it?
Um, you mean like as far as the Amanda chick? You mean?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't even know what's going on. I seen, I see her name had got brought up in something, but I ain't even pay attention exactly what people was talking about. What exactly was going on with that?
Um. Well, she does have her own podcast,
Right.
but she said she was blackballed, like your Sagittarius auntie Monique. I call her Auntie Monique.
Right.
Because I remember she said she was being blackballed, and Amanda is very outspoken. And she's always saying that people don't like her because she's light skinned, because she grew up middle class. Um, but what I noticed about her is she harps on that way too much, and it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Like if you think you need that job, you gonna always need a job. You know what I'm saying? And for her, she keeps harping on how people don't like her because of this and that. She's gonna always have people don't like her.
All right, Alpha, take it easy. Appreciate you, sis. You definitely was holding it down. Appreciate you.
Yeah, so I just wanted to know, do you watch other podcasters? Cause
Uh,
I like Club Shay Shay. He be having people on there that I
yeah, you know what he. I remember because I'm like most people. I didn't really start watching him until the Cat Williams shit. And
really
when
he
that shit
man
happened, I
he
started peeping. You
uh
know, and he act. I seen that he actually do got some good content up over there though.
now
You know,
he do. Some people don't like the questions he be asking, but he I like his whole setup. Like I like his scenery. You know, I
right.
like his vibe that he be having going on. I like the other dude vibe too, but he don't drink, which ain't nothing wrong with that. He don't smoke no herb, ain't nothing wrong with that. But you know, I like how some of the podcasters let you be yourself. Like what's his
Mm.
name? He let you smoke. He let you smoke on there. I forgot his name because you gonna let me smoke my herbs, okay? Well, I ain't coming. It's
Shit.
this guy. He from London. I like his podcast too, and if anybody watching from London that follow, I love London folks, and he got a really good podcast. Now, see, his podcast be having people that most times you don't even like. They be like doctors or like lawyers or like people in tech, and you learn something that you ain't even know that you supposed to know. He be having people like, but he also had Busta Rhymes on there too. So yeah, I like that guy. I can't think of his name of his podcast. Wait, I think it's called the Diary of a CEO. That's the name of his podcast.
Mm.
Yeah, he let you smoke weed on because he had Damon Dash on there, and I like Dame Dash. I always rock with the underdog. I'm an underdog type of person. I don't be going for the big.
Yeah.
I'm not no Jay-Z person. I like Dame Dash.
Yeah, I ain't never been big on no Jay-Z, people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I always like after, the fallout with them and hearing how things was when he talk about it. I like Dame Dash because he speak on some real shit, and people be like, oh, that nigga, he broke, he this. I'm like, listen, man, broke is a mindset. If you ain't living in poverty, you ain't broke. That's how I see it. So yeah, I can't get off the crack comment. That's wow.
Oh shit, man. You know what? My damn laptop on 18%. I'm gonna have to charge this shit. I'm probably gonna end it. I was getting ready to have my brother West get up here, but I'm gonna have to come back and probably tomorrow night or something. Yo, Camilla, I appreciate you coming up, man. I was trying to get you to come up here for a minute.
Yeah, it's definitely been a minute. I
Yeah, I'm glad everybody got to hear about what you about so they could check you out. You know, and I seen that they was subscribing and everything. Matter of fact, I do want to get you to come up here again though, because I want to talk a little bit more, like as far as like Chicago and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But hopefully you start doing some lives and stuff. You know what I mean?
you know what? I'm gonna do some more lives, man. I'm gonna have to push through the tiredness. Cause me talking about things that I'm passionate about actually give me some energy. It give me a little adrenaline. So again, thank you for letting me come up on your panel,
You know what I
and
mean?
shout out to everybody that subbed to me and that stayed here to listen to me run my mouth. I appreciate that. Um
Late night vibes over here. Like I said, it's ain't nothing ordinary about my timing up over here, man. I ain't setting it up for no 8 or no 9. If it's 3, 4, 2, you know what I'm saying? You never know when my ass might just pop up. When you see them threes and that big red exclamation point pop up, shit, you already know what it is.
No, I hear you, but you know what? Even you saying that though, I never would have thought because you always seem consistent to me, like even more consistent than I am. Like
Mm-hmm.
I didn't went a whole year without posting a video, and that wasn't even
Yeah, I
on
just
purpose. That it's just I've been just working on myself, like
right.
going through some stuff, like just working through myself and wanting to have the right energy when I do come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And be more
I was
consistent.
I was definitely on it, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not stressed about the monetization thing because I know I can get it back. But after that, it just taught me, let me just skip back a little bit. Let me rethink the YouTube thing. So I'm kind of glad it did because I might not have ended up doing lives had it not have happened. You know what I'm saying? But when the time is right, I plan on getting back in the lane I was in, you know what I'm saying? But I figure for now, why not use it to at least put a little bit of light on other people who out here trying to do the damn thing. You know what I mean? Not like I'm a big ass uh content creator or nothing like that. That ain't what I'm trying to say, but you know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying?
know what you're saying. I hear you. I
Right.
mean, but you got more subs than me. You got. I see you got people that rock with you. That's what's up.
Yeah, and I be appreciating it. You know what I'm saying? You never know who, because I teach people there's supporters and there's subscribers. Always remember this, and you will never go wrong on here. There's definitely a difference between the two.
It is. It definitely is. That's why I was saying too. Like, yeah, I may have 72 subs, but a lot of them don't even watch my videos, or if
Hmm.
they do, they don't watch it all the way through. So I'm just being myself, man.
And
Uh,
continue to do that too.
will do. Okay. I did want to hear what Mr. West was gonna say, but I know you gotta go. So
Yeah, I was gonna have them come up, but the computer on like 17, 16%. So I'm gonna just get up off of here. But that's why I want to have you come back because I know if y'all get up here together, you know what I'm saying? I could imagine what y'all have to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Next time I come up here, hopefully y'all both be in the chat and all that.
is Commander still? Is she? Is that a male or a female? Uh,
Go, come
she
in. She's a female.
okay. Cause she mentioned about
She,
somebody Jad- Jad- Jadea Brown. See, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm. Here, y'all about to sound probably taboo before we go. I I am not I'm not an activist. So I don't follow none of the activists here in Chicago. I don't really trust them. I don't know them.
mm,
I don't even vote. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm against voting. I haven't voted since I voted Obama in. I suggest don't nobody vote because our vote really don't matter. That is just that's an
I ain't gonna
okie
lie.
doke
I
for
don't
us,
know.
huh?
I said I ain't gonna lie. I'm not really a voter myself. To be honest with you.
Yeah, because
I just
once, like I said, it goes back to what I was saying earlier. Once you learn stuff and you go down that rabbit hole, you gonna see stuff different and you gonna move different. And ever since I went down that rabbit hole in politics, because I used to be that gal into politics like that, and sometimes I still kind of talk about it, but just more on the spiritual side of it. Ever since I realized like they all in cahoots with each other, uh, they make it seem like they against each other, the blue and the red. Nah, they sit at the same table, eat the same kind of steak, and drink the same kind of wine. But they'll
mm-hmm.
have us thinking they don't like each other. These people got money. People, most of the time, people who got money, they might not like each other like that, but they gonna still do business if it involve money.
Yeah,
And it's money in politics, and they get it from us.
that's
So yeah, I don't even be rocking with the active because me growing up here in Chicago, it's so much stuff it's a list of shit that need to be done. What activists said doing it. Cause I could talk about the west side of Chicago all goddamn day, how they need to clean it up over there. How literally when you like it's like walking into a garbage can. But people from the west side might take that to offense. But I'm speaking truth though,
Yeah.
respectfully.
Like folks, I be hearing folks who be sometimes they be saying shit like, you need to vote. Like, I'm saying? Like, that's your God given right and stuff like that. I get that and all that, but I can't help but to look at it like it's just a game of, the devil you already know versus the devil you don't. That's just how I be looking at it. You know what I mean?
It be the lesser evil type shit. God ain't tell you go vote. Listen, I ain't gonna get to no God cause I tell you God is Mother Earth, Mother, and then you be like, what you talking about? God is Mother, God, Mother Earth. Then Mother Earth ain't tell you to go vote. So
Mhm.
yes, it's your right, but you should have the right not to act on that. If you don't want to go vote, that's your right. It's like people be subconsciously gaslighting you to vote when you say you don't vote. Well, that's your right to vote. Right. And it's also my right not to. And I decided I ain't gonna vote. So are you gonna respect that or you gonna keep
Right.
trying to gaslight me?
Exactly. You can't get
You
mad at
see what I'm
nobody
saying?
else.
So
They won't vote. They be getting
yeah,
mad.
I'm not even gonna gaslight nobody into not voting. That's your right. Do what you think is best. But I'm gonna tell you the real. Your vote don't matter. Not in the way that you think it do. Not in the way that you think it do. Let me just
That's
throw that
another
out there.
thing.
Not
That's
in the
another
way
way.
that they made us think it does. Because if it did, like I said, I can write down a list of stuff in my community that I grew up in, the community that I live in now that I didn't grow up in, the west side of Chicago, all type of stuff that need to be done, what they need to do for the kids, stuff they need to bring back. They talk about how the parents is not parenting. Where the kids gonna go? I mean, I'm telling you, I can go down this rabbit hole. Because when I was growing up, we had free after school programs at churches that we can go to where they had cooking programs, arts and crafts. You could play basketball. They had music class. Like this was free in our neighborhood. Really? They don't have that no more.
I believe it.
So how dare you blame that on the parents? And the way the world is now where the parents gotta be at work all day. Stop playing. Like I could go deep
I
on
already
what they
know.
doing. So I want to see some activists build some communities where it's non-profit communities, more of those for the children and the teenagers and the younger adults. Being creative,
Yeah.
yeah, that would help out the community, especially in our culture. That would help a whole lot.
Right.
So, but let me know when you're ready to go, man. I stop talking.
Yeah. Nah, but y'all see, man, Camilla definitely got a lot to talk about, a lot of things that she got information on. So hopefully y'all subscribe to her, and like I said, you gotta start doing some more lives or some more uploads or something that people see, get a flow of that what you got going on, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you know what? I love talking to people that I connect with because y'all low key be encouraging me, and
That's
sometimes
what
you
I
you
gotta
you
do.
you need that from the outside. So that was the whole goal anyway. I just got, like I said, I got to push through when I'm not getting a lot of sleep to prepare myself to getting that energy to do a live or upload a video, because like I said, I got so much that I want to talk about, and I was thinking about just doing a list, but I like the freestyle. I ain't gonna lie, I like to just be random, like how you was tonight, like just be random.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. But yeah, I definitely appreciate you popping with me. I never know, where these conversations gonna go. Like I say, around this time of the hour, you never know who's gonna be up to jump up or whatever the case. But I appreciate you popping up. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Keith, you already. Let me see. Professor, lovely lady. Alpha who's in here. Let me see. Roy Lee, Shades, Tube, Yak, Shay Love, Nexie, 702 jumped on earlier. Everybody who popped in, if I ain't say your name, you already know what it is, man. Nothing but love. Appreciate y'all. And on that note, we're gonna get up out of here, sis. You heard?
All right.
All right, y'all.
All right.